Not without it.
Damn right, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Did we level up, by the way? I was asked that.
Not yet.
Ask that every episode.
Are we level 10 now?
Level
You
10. Level 10.
Just so this skipped a level.
Right, so last we left off, the vampire fuckers decided to assassinate Lady Wachter. Upon completing said task by blowing up the top half of the house, they then proceeded to leave no witnesses, and bit by bit they assassinated the family members and the people close to her, and led one of the sons down into the basement, which, thinking it was like a safe house or safe place to dispose of him, turned into like some creepy fucking cult place, ritual thing. Undead skeletons rose up through the ground. Irina, as seems to be the case, swiftly dealt with the enemy, using Turn Undead to effectively destroy most of them. Esmeralda stabbed the son in the back, and Irina was like, "Shh, go to sleep." And then they went through a quite obvious secret door, where there's like a pentagram on the ground and some cult people chanting. Callum, maybe forgetting that we was all like disguised as him, Callum like burst into the room, took one of them hostage, which made the following conversation a little odd, as we then came into the room pretending to be their friends. There was a brief conversation which quickly turned sour, and Bruce used hold person on the cult guy, pinned him down, and Esmeralda put the immovable rod in his gob, like held it in place and stopped him from talking. They killed the rest of the cult members and briefly interrogated the leader, but he didn't seem to have any information other than that they were worshipping evil and darkness. So he died. There was a chest in there which Solidus took the contents of, including a bag of holding, a normal bag apparently. Started off as 50 gold, then ended up just being 10 gold he found. And a book, which I need to ask about, and a Ouija board. I think that was it. Vampire fuckers were like, great, job done. Let's back to the Winchester for a pint. And then, as they were walking back, Bruce, to himself, sort of taunted Strahd, at which point a bell started tolling. Led them to the town square, and one of the brides had taken hostage a couple of village people, not the band. A boy,
in the building.
It was the Indian and cowboy.
a boy and his mother, surrounded. Exits were blocked by wolves and vampire spawn, lined the buildings. Again, it seems to be the case with the vampire fuckers. They attempted the diplomatic approach, but it just very quickly Bruce gets bored. Just like, fuck it, let's fight. Misty stepped up onto where they were, managed to grab the boy away. Blight swooped in and bashed the mother off the.
I'm a married man.
I said that wrong. Knocked the woman off, and again, Irina used some trickery to frighten the three of them, which made them get scared to flee. Solidus was wandering the streets, not wanting to be a part of it, but then reluctantly joined, and seems to be a wolf tamer of some description, which is a bit odd. The wolves didn't want to attack him. The mother was killed because Blight shot an arrow at one of the vampire spawn, which meant they didn't have to flee anymore. And then that vampire spawn proceeded to
Oh,
kill the
yeah.
mother.
Oh, you really put that on in there.
Yeah, I did.
It
I
was
did.
all his
Because
fault.
at the time, I didn't realise that's what happened. But watching it back, I was like, holy shit, if Blight hadn't have done that, the mother wouldn't have died.
She would have lived, man.
So that's funny. But yeah, long story short, they swiftly dealt with him. Bruce whipped his sword out to the delight of Solidus. And radiant sunlight was encompassing the area, which seemed to damage them. Irina fireballed the shit out of them. Just went really well, actually. They barely scratched us. And it was left with the aftermath of that, comforting the boy and deciding what to do next.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
not a lot happened. I was just trying to be in depth with what actually
No,
happened.
that was cool. So you got a few new items. You killed some guys, and also, obviously, one of the vampire spawn was Strahd's bride.
Strahd.
Indeed.
So chill and all that.
Yeah, there's
So-
going to be no consequences to this.
It'll all be fine. So
All will be well.
I guess you guys are heading back to the inn.
Um,
Day
if
is beginning to break.
Yeah.
before we do that,
Mhm.
because I was just thinking this as the episode ended last. Irina would say, "Do we want to take the head of the bride, and for any questioning or anything?"
You turned her to ash, dude.
Oh,
The fireball blew up and caught her in it, and that's what killed her. So she would have,
actually, she died to the radiant energy of the sword. Actually,
yeah.
to the sunlight.
As the radiant energy engulfed her, she'd just turned to ash. So there's not really anything left of her.
Fair enough then. That's
But she's definitely gone. There's no chance she's going to come back.
yeah. No, that's fine. All right. Then carry on.
As you were.
So
As you were.
in the grey morning light, as the sun tries to radiate through the thick clouds that constantly hang over Barovia, you head back through the quiet streets of Valaki to the inn. As you knock on the doors, it's hurriedly opened by Erwin. The look of distress on his face changes to joy as he sees you on the doorstep. My friends, you're safe. Come in. Come in.
Just about.
And-
This is the same night, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's now morning of the next day, basically, very early. But the night has passed through all
so
your
tired.
escapades. Yeah. So Erwin ushers you into the bar. He motions for you to move to a table and rushes behind the bar, begin to pour a large jug of wine, and fetching glasses in his other hand, holding them in a giant mitt. He lays them on the table and joins you, pouring himself a large wine. Well, I was worried for you when the rest went and you had not returned. I saw the smoke and I thought the worst had happened. What did happen?
We had a slight change of plan. The stealthy approach turned into the fireball approach. But everything was dealt with. No witnesses.
You killed the Wocters?
All of them.
Indeed.
We killed
All of them?
everybody.
Everyone.
Wow.
One got away, didn't he?
No.
Thought one ran off into the woods after jumping out the window.
Oh.
No,
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 he
he's
went
the
round
one-
to the front. He was the one who we took down
he's
to the
he's the
basement.
one we took. Yeah, we went downstairs with.
I mean, as far as we're aware, and
It
everyone
was
in
a
that
blurry
house
night.
didn't make it out.
Well, I guess you could say job well done.
I hope so.
The management is free.
We also
So
We
what-
decided.
What's the best next step for this city?
Well, I believe Irina, you were going to step in, and at this point, Irina motions to you and says, "We need to tell him the rest."
Yeah, well, one of Strahd's brides was in the square.
When you mention the fact that Strahd's bride has been in Vallaki, his face just turns almost pale. Blood begins to drain. He looks worried.
But don't
Killed,
worry,
by the way.
she's
she's
very
dead.
dead.
She was dealt with. She's
Yeah.
a pile of ash now.
You have nothing to worry about now.
You hang on. You killed a bride of Strahd.
She
Indeed.
started it.
His head puts his head in his hand for a minute, and then you see him rock slightly as he begins to laugh. My vampire fuckers. You are living up to your name. This will be a sign to Strahd. His time has come. You will be the ones, I know it. And he raises his glass.
Here, here.
I'll drink to that.
We are in danger of angering him greatly, though.
Yes. But when he's angry, he will make mistakes.
This is true.
That was our plan.
You always have a plan, Blight. Irina, as she takes a sip of wine. I don't think I can take leadership of the town. Not yet.
I mean, we
These-
have more pressing matters of dealing with Strahd, and we need your help, Irina, in that.
Yes, and I will help. I believe it's my pledge as well, but these people have had their hopes dashed too many times. I don't want to give them a promise of leadership if there's a chance I won't return from the castle. And yes, we have succeeded today. But she was a mere bride.
What do you
Fuck the
propose?
She looks across to Erwin, who sits for a moment.
I mean, we could put it to the people. They're obviously going to be confused right now. I mean, we could put them in charge of their own fate. Too long have they had other people ruling their decisions. Maybe it could be put to a vote.
I don't think that's wise. The two people who are now gone were voted in.
Oh, really?
Perhaps the Wachter family wasn't, but
Didn't
They
seem
had
that
a
way
f-
at the festival.
they had a following.
Sure.
People wanted them. Perhaps I know of some people who could stand in. Have you met a man called Gilly? He is of the Beast Rose tailor shop. I believe he was at the festival.
Have we?
I don't remember.
Yeah, so when you went to one of the stores at the festival, there was the tailor, which was like an octagonal store, and this huge beast of a man, nearly 7 feet tall, and his small, petite wife with him. And he was seemed like a gentle giant of sorts.
Yeah.
Aaron says, perhaps he could be in charge. He is a strong fellow, but is gentle. A pacifist, he would not want to harm the people here. He may listen more.
I mean, you're the best person to make this decision. You live here, you know the people, you know what they really need, and we trust you'll make the right call. It's in your hands, Owen.
Okay, right. Then I think Gilly is a good choice. And there is one other. His name is Hans. He is
Gruber.
Deminsky. He is a quiet, middle-aged man with light blonde hair. He's not overly strong, but he's not frail and weak, and he has spent a lot of time with Father Lucian when he was alive. He would help with the church errands and donate his profits from his small food business to the church. I feel now the church can change back to the Morning Lord. He would be a good priest, although he is not sworn in or ordained. I think the people would worship with him.
I mean, a follower of the Morning Lord always gets my vote.
Then it is decided. You should rest. I will gather the people this evening at the square, and I will bring Gilly and Hans, and we will talk to them. We'll talk to the people together. But first, you must rest. You've been up all night.
I am
Sounds good.
rather tired.
We should rest.
Is anyone hurt?
Just my pride.
Not
Yeah, I
particularly,
think I am.
Mm.
but after a long rest,
Only a
we
little
will be,
bit.
I suppose.
Yeah, I just I wanted to test out one of my healing potions from that woman to see if they're worth buying more.
Test it
Yeah,
out.
guinea pig.
I'll take it.
Are you hurt enough to use it? Yeah.
I'm not hurt much. I've only got a few HP off, but
Give it a go. I'll chuck over a potion of healing to you.
I can see. I'm just looking at Paul's
Now, do
face
you
like,
want to try it?
how's he gonna react? Um,
So that's one Jenny's potion of healing.
can I just do a once over of it, Paul? Like just
Yeah, make a
medicine?
I think we
yeah
did
medicine
that.
check. Yeah,
Oh, that's not good. 5.
5. It doesn't look like a healing potion that you've seen before.
No.
The consistency of the liquid, due to the way she's made it in her small hovel, there's still like large lumps in it of like sort of grasses and seeds. But yeah, other than that, you can't really tell.
Is it a magical item?
It's hard to say because technically it's a potion, so I don't know whether if you're thinking to use identify.
Yeah.
Um,
It's only if it's a magic item or a magic imbued object. If it has like magic in it at all.
yeah, just having a quick look.
Sure.
What are the rules for identifying potions?
Oh, by the way, Solidus, I don't know if you remember, but I gave you a valiant steed at the end
Did?
of that session
What?
as well.
What happens to the steed? Is it a real steed?
It's a fey steed,
So
but he is. Let me just bring up. Where is it? As far as I'm aware, you've got a strong loyal steed for as long as you want, unless
Excellent.
it dies.
I want it forever. I
I'm
say
I'm gonna need a horse token here, aren't I?
Yeah, you've got a steed.
let's assume I put it in the stables back here.
Okay,
with-
yeah.
with this
Here it
horse.
is. Yep.
And I can communicate to it telepathically. It's like Blight's Bone Claw,
Claw. Okay.
but a horse,
A horse
yeah.
that doesn't obey my will but yours.
basically. But I'll just tell
Okay,
it
that's
to.
a nice
I can
horse,
just tell
yeah.
him to obey you.
Oh, it's a good
Ooh,
horse.
what sort of horse is it?
It's a
Sorry.
gift. It can be anything you want.
Would you like a draft horse, a riding horse, or a war horse?
Oh, warhorse. What a
A
fantastic
mountain pony.
page.
Do you know what? Actually, it says here the steed can take on a form that you choose. It could be a warhorse, a pony, a camel, an elk, a mastiff.
Is
It-
elephant an option?
I think it'd be too big for
Not a horse. I guess-
anything.
Okay, who knows?
Anything of that ilk, I suppose.
You've got a
Depending
war
on the
horse.
GM.
I'll go warhorse. It suits my
Yeah.
general aesthetic.
Cool.
It's in the stable.
Nice.
So the potion, we'll say from here on in, you can't really use like a magic spell to identify it, but
Okay.
a small taste, you can get the idea of what it does.
Well, is this the one that you dipped a finger in and it
Yeah, this is the-
swelled
yeah,
up?
so-
It swelled up,
But
yeah.
she said to drink the whole thing. She said a small bit wouldn't work.
Should fucking go for it.
As you do, I'll
Bruce
down
is going to down it. Oh, go on.
Yeah, I'm downing the at the same one. I'm downing the potion of knockout.
Oh, God.
I want to know if it's any good.
Okay, and Bruce is going to down the other potion, and Irene is going to stand by both of them, ready to
Okay.
help.
So Bruce, as you hang on. Jiminy Cricket, I didn't know people were going to be drinking this today.
Fuck.
Instant death. No. So, Bruce, as you drink the healing potion, the liquid at first just feels like any ale or wine, and then it begins to tingle, and you feel your tongue begin to get bigger.
My
But
tongue,
as,
my tongue,
Just said it.
my
Slip
tongue
it.
is numb. My tongue.
as your tongue swells in your mouth also seems to swell.
Ah.
Hit your tongue, and as you look at your hands begin to get bigger, but your arms also get bigger. And as you guys are around,
What?
Bruce enlarges to almost double his size. At this
Okay.
point, you're in the main gallery. Your eye level is with the balcony to the rooms, and you're just towering over everyone.
What the hell?
Oh,
Let's just go
Oh.
buy a load of random potions
I
from
look
her.
at I look at Bruce and I say, I want me some of that juice.
That's going to last for 2 hours.
oh
Wow.
shit! I'm fucking
That's
huge.
awesome.
What did you drink?
Okay, so she might be blind and just gets it wrong. I drank the potion of knockout.
Okay.
Death.
Okay.
Nothing fun.
So you drink this sweet amber-colored brew. You're just human, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, as you drink it, at first again you don't feel much, and then you just feel an energy. Your eyes begin to widen slightly. You feel like time is going more slowly, but it isn't. You're just really, really awake. Basically, for the next 8 hours, magic can't put you to sleep, and you can remain awake during a long rest and still gain its benefits.
Holy fuck.
Nice.
So you're awake as fuck. You just drunk like 20 Red Bulls.
But I get my long rest at the end of it.
Yeah. If you take a long
Wow.
rest, you'll be awake, but you'll get a long rest.
Is it
Wow.
like effectively Barovian cocaine? Barovian speed.
Barovian speed. Fucking hell. Okay. Wow.
So that's your
How
current-
do you feel, Esmeralda?
Holy shit, that's a fucking awesome. No, I really need to sleep, but I don't think I could, you know? Huh?
Erwin looks up at Bruce and he goes, "What the fuck did you just drink?"
I don't know, but I feel fucking huge. I'm gonna just whip my cock out and see how big it is.
Oh my god, how long did I step away for?
I think it'd be a really good idea to go see that woman again and maybe get some potions. Who thinks that's a good idea? Anyone else?
So
We could definitely use some more of
basically
this.
gone. Bruce drank the healing potion and enlarged to double his size. Esmeralda's drunk the sleeping potion and is now awake for 8 hours.
Oh,
I think the potions seem to do the opposite of what we require.
that's amazing.
Is my
Not quite the opposite for you, but it's
is my penis
the
and
opposite
balls
for
Everything
relative?
is in proportion, so they're still small.
I get my balls out and start swinging them about. Look at the size of these balls.
Esmeralda just
sorry,
head away.
sorry, Esmeralda.
Erwin laughs. You should really get some rest, Bruce.
Where the fuck do I
think
sleep
it's a
now?
Skybox for you.
I think I need her, so I think I'm going to go out.
Okay. So to you guys, you got Giant Bruce, Speedy Esmeralda.
It is morning, so I'm going to... if anyone, just while they're sleeping, the healing potions were expensive. I'm not going to try and speak fast anymore. The healing potions were expensive. They were the 4 gold ones, but if anyone wants to take a chance on some more of them, I might go and order some because they took a while to make.
I definitely would
Yeah.
like a big boy drink. Being the biggest boy is
It
is
might
kinda
not
my
be
thing.
a big boy drink again, but it's...
Look
it
how
seems like it
small.
could
I
be
just
good
start
anyway.
patting Solidus on the head. Look how small you are now.
I get real like, "Urgh, get over here."
Can I
I'm
pick
gonna-
Solidus up?
Yeah, probably.
I just like pick him up.
Your strength score will have doubled, so sort of thing. So
Can I put anyone
How
down
light
for
you
one,
are.
then?
I say, put me down.
I put him down.
I'd like to remain as
Democracy
inconspicuous as
manifest.
possible.
Right.
Okay.
I storm off and I say, I'm gonna go sleep with my horse.
Okay.
I curl up in the stable with it.
nice.
I will give you 10 gold, Esmeralda. and say pick up 2 potions of either this or whatever she decides to make this time. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a random thing or.
Yeah, I don't trust this at all.
So
But
I give you 5 gold and I say get me some shit too.
I get 2. Ask for 2 healing potions.
Yeah, I want.
But
I want this.
You want to heal?
But if
Yeah, so if they end up being big, I don't think it's a good idea to confront her on it being the wrong thing because I did
No,
that as the old man.
no, just
She
said it was
not
real.
happy.
Just let her know that her work was really good and we want more.
I loved it. More, please.
Went down well.
Yeah.
A crunchy treat.
You got 10 and 5 from them.
Anyone else want anything?
Anyone want anything
Nope.
from shop?
Okay.
Cornetto.
Cornetto.
Fucking peg it out the door.
Solidus. Solidus.
Yes.
What that wrestle?
No. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
What about
I'm
Jeff?
I'm feeling tired.
Who wants to challenge Big Bruce?
As you slam your arm onto the table just goes like and almost breaks under the weight. Whoa, whoa, whoa! We still need the furniture here,
Sorry,
Bruce.
sorry.
He's still Owen at this point. He wants to be mad at you, but he can't help laughing. Like you've gone out on a night out, killed all the walkers, killed a vampire spawn, and then you've just drunk a potion which has made you like massive. He's like, what the fuck are these guys? But hey, I'm down.
These guys are crazy.
Okay, so
Love
what's
it.
everyone else doing? Is everyone else long resting?
Guess so.
Yeah.
So Bruce, you're in the stables,
Yeah, gonna have to be.
and you guys upstairs. So yeah, you go up to the top, rest in the beds, and Esmeralda, I presume you're
I'm
going
long
to...
resting / running to the shop.
Yeah, nice. Okay,
Awesome potion.
let me put you on. I'll put you on tab map just for visuals. Okay, so you find your way easily to the shop. When you get to the gates, you notice that there are still guards on the gates. It's the traditional.
My hello. Hat of
changed to your-
disguise on. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm the old man.
Good day, sir.
Good day. I'm just popping out for a little walk, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course. And they look unsure. They're not really sure what their duty is at the moment. But you do notice as they go past on their tunics, where was the once stitched purple and black, it's now been torn away and there's nothing on there. So they know there's no allegiance at the moment. So they've just unbranded the stuff that they didn't want unbranded anymore. So you head out to the small cottage of Jenny Greenteeth. Again, it just looks humble, almost collapsing, and like there aren't that many signs of life coming from inside.
Knock on.
Knock on the door. There's no sound from inside.
Oh. Okay. Just check something. I don't have much. Okay, I'm gonna sneakily open the door.
Okay, make a stealth check.
$26.
Yeah, you managed to very stealthily open this rickety wooden door. You managed to hold the pieces that you remember creaked last time you open it, and the latch slowly moves up. It's not locked, but you manage to push it open slightly into what is now just a dark chamber. At first glance, you don't see anything inside.
Could I make out, walk into the room and say, Jenny, are you in, darling?
Yeah, this space is small enough. It's literally just a dirt hovel. You can see around it and see no one's in.
Oh.
The walls are still lined with the bottles and jars of random ingredients. The chair where she was sat before, you now see, is covered with piles of blankets and knitted sort of froze that would pad her when she sits down. But she seems to be out.
Okay. Well, listen, it might not be as bad as I think, so I'm just gonna come out of the house and close the door behind me.
Steal the potions.
You what? Nick the potions? No. No, she might. She's good. She's okay. I nip back in and just take whatever potions are there.
So there aren't any potions around. It's just potion ingredients.
Oh, it's an ingredient. Oh,
Yeah, it's. You noticed from last time she made her stuff on site. She's not like a potion stockist. She's more a herbalist and crafter.
okay. I'll
You could make an investigation check if you wanted to, like,
yeah, I'll do an
search for something.
investigation and see if there's anything like
Okay. Roll for investigation.
good looking. Ugh. 13.
13. Looking around, you don't really recognize anything that would be good. It's hard to tell. There's like a glass jar full of rat's tails, and you're like, are these good rat's tails? Are they bad rat? You look around and you can't really see out.
I'll leave and close the door behind me.
Okay.
And head on up to the and ask them if there's a blacksmith about.
Yep. So you've been to a blacksmith already. I'm not sure if you might not have been there actually. So as you get to the gates, yes, there's a blacksmith, Vindal's Armaments, just up through the town. You follow the main road. It's just on the left.
Thank you very much, sir. You don't happen to know of Jenny, do you? I just called on her and I couldn't find her.
Oh, he looks at the other one. You mean the old woman from the
Yes,
shack?
yes, down in the shack. Yes.
Oh, she tends to go out in the mornings
I see.
collecting stuff. I guess.
Okay, I might be
many
back
people
out
go
to
for
see
her.
her later in the day then. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Shuts the gate too as you get by. So you've been walking past the blacksmith from the winery. So, sorry, from the inn. So the inn's here, and the blacksmith is next door.
Yeah.
So you'd know where it was anyway. But
I'd just like to place some orders for some silver arrows if possible. I don't know if you want to go through it all while these guys are all sleep waiting, but
yeah. So yeah, all right. We'll speed run it. You get
It's
to the
fine by me.
blacksmiths.
I'm picking spells for the day.
You get to the blacksmiths, and the owner is a guy called Pearson Rowley. He's an old, grizzled veteran with one blind eye and a half blind in the other, but he knows good steel by touch and smell alone. He was an apprentice to a dwarven. This is sort of the story he regales to you as you chat. He was an apprentice to a dwarven adventurer named Fimdal, who became trapped in Barovia by Strahd's will. You ask him about the arrows, and his persona sort of changes, and he basically says along the lines of, "Silver's not something you can come by in these parts, friend. Not from me, anyway. I just trade in steel."
and you couldn't melt down silver pieces.
And he sort of looks around the street. How many?
Like
What do you
15?
need?
15 arrowheads?
15 arrowheads. And he makes a small calculation. I'd need anywhere between 30 to 50 per arrowhead just to get enough material.
I see. Okay.
And there'd be a charge.
Yes.
You see, smelting silver is not something you really want to do around these parts.
I do understand. Well, thank you for your time. I'll maybe see you again after I've thought about it. Thank you.
No problem.
How long's been? If I can just mingle for a couple of hours and then
Yep. So
head
you
on
spend
back
the
to the hut.
morning walking around the village. Give me an investigation check as you're
Yeah,
going around.
19.
19. Okay. Um. So. As you're walking through the streets, um, you're just sort of taking in the day. You've got this time, and you feel your energy. Your energy is high. You don't feel tired anymore. And you've got this time without the party, which is the first time you've been without them for a good couple of weeks. You're used to traveling alone, hunting down monsters and that sort of thing. So you reflect on that it's sort of nice to have company. It's nice to have a shared goal. And as you're walking around the town, you begin to see markings on the walls and the buildings, and you notice some crude graffiti that you hadn't really noticed before the Watchers had taken over. You see symbols of the sun, small passages of text. One stands out different though. It's a short poem, and it's etched with what seems to be a charcoal into the side of a small like mud wall. And it reads, "Things go in, things don't come out. Things come out that don't go in. Beware the..." And then the last word has been scratched off and smudged away in the mud, and you can't tell what it is.
I'll take a photo of it on my phone.
You could sketch it in a notebook.
Google it.
Yeah, I probably would do that.
Okay,
Siri, what does this mean?
so you record it out. Things go in, things don't come out. Things come out that don't go in. Beware the... And then you spend the rest of the day going around, and you see the signs of the town coming back to life. You see Erwin and a couple of others. He's got a team of people together passing messages between the houses telling them to meet tonight. And the day passes,
Paul,
and you've wasted a few hours. Yep.
sorry, you say things go in that don't come out.
Things
I
go
didn't get the
in.
last bit.
Okay, so things go in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
things don't come out.
Yeah.
Oh, things go in, things don't come out.
Things come out that don't go in,
Hang on. Things come out
that don't go in.
that don't
Beware the.
go
Beware the...
in. Okay.
And it just says beware the scratched out word.
Things go in, things don't come out.
So you've wasted enough time to head back to Jenny's if you
Yeah.
want. So you cut back through town, through the gate, and as you get to the hovel this time, you see a small smoke coming from the roof, and you believe she's in. You knock on the door and you hear the familiar sound. Yes?
Jenny, I do apologize. I had a terrible day. I believe I was quite rude to you. I just want to apologize again and say anything I could do for you to make it up.
Rude?
Yes, I believe I questioned you. You know, I dipped my finger in the healing potion and it's all, and I
Oh.
was worried and I questioned you. So I just want to say it's all fine, and I would love it if I could purchase some more.
I remember now. You doubted my skills, and she sat behind this table. You see there is other items of stock. There's grasses and herbs that she's collected, and there's a small basket full of a mixture of wild mushrooms and things like that. You also notice in there some small eyes from a creature that is nondescript. Oh, so you do like my work?
Very much do. I tell you, it had some peculiar, interesting effects that we quite enjoyed, me and my wife.
You enjoyed them? Ah. Okay. Well,
And
would you like some more?
Insight check?
What you can make an insight check
It just seemed like she.
on her saying you enjoyed them.
Well, as in, I'm questioning whether she did it as a prank to me, whether she didn't like me and was making something bad for me, if you know.
You can ask that.
Well, no, the last time I questioned her, she hated me, so I wanted to just see what
You
I could
can't
get
really
from
insight
facial
check
things.
her repeating what you said to her.
Okay. Yes, they were quite interesting effects, to say the least.
Yes, interesting. Yes. Would you like some more?
Yes, please. I would. Well, I mean, another 4 of those healing potions would go
Oh.
down very well.
Whew,
For a start.
My, oh my. And she begins to like fan herself with a small leaf. No one's ever asked for 4 before. Not many people have come back. A price. You need to pay a price.
Yes, but I would have other items if you would like to tally it all up at the end.
What else would you like?
Well, I mean, for instance, that sleeping potion, the knockout potion, one of those would be great again.
She pulls
And,
a rat's tail out of the basket that you didn't see hidden under the thingy, and it's still bleeding at one end. She picks it up and moves away a clump of stuff on the desk, pushes it across, and uses the rat tail as a sort of quill, and writes 4 H potions.
Yes. One of those knockouts would be great.
One knockout, yes.
Maybe an energy potion, something that would keep me up on a night.
Something to keep you awake.
Yes.
Right. 1 times energy potion. Yep. And she looks at the tail, which is beginning to dry up, and she pops it in her mouth and just.
Lovely.
oh my god.
And, looks up at you with these like wide eyes. Yes.
And then maybe a mystery potion, something for 2 gold, say.
Mystery potion for 2 gold.
Yeah. Anything that you think could be a long-lasting effect of weakness, maybe.
Long-lasting effect of. How do you spell that last bit?
Weakness. W-E.
Eeknes. Yes, got it.
Sure. Yes. Thank you.
Right. So we've got. She begins to make calculations in her head. And let's see. 60 gold.
I see. That's changed its price. I thought the healing potions were 4 gold each. Sorry.
Yes, but I'll make you an extra special one.
Right.
Fucking hell. Get out of here.
Don't have that sort of money on me. I was just trying to buy the same for a friend of the other stuff.
Well, how much have you got?
Well, for instance, I have 15 gold for the 3 healing potions and the mystery potion, if that could work for a start.
Do you have anything else to trade?
I do. So that's for that. And I guess it was the knockout and the energy, and healing for me, yes.
What do you have?
For that, I have the gold's worth, if that works. But
No, we've got the
are you
gold.
thinking
15
more
gold. But anything
things?
else in your?
I see.
She points to your pack.
Let me have a look. See, shall I?
Any treasures for old Jenny?
Well, I mean, I have holy water.
And where are the holes from?
the halls of Gallimore, if you know the tale.
Not interested. Next.
See? How about the magical crowbar of doom? And I pull out my crowbar and cast prestidigitation and make it glow and sparkle.
Nice.
Yes, and she drops the rat tail down, and she looks at it, and as she put her hands to it, you see the glow sort of shines over these almost bone-like hands. The nails are long and dirt-ridden. Yes, this looks nice. I'll take this, and I'll make the potions. They will be ready in 2 days.
Thank you, my love.
And she
And
puts it to one side.
I'll see you very soon then.
How long does that spell last?
I don't think it's too long. 1 hour, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, an hour.
Yep. All right. No problem.
She is not going to be happy.
Nope. This is going to end horribly.
Right. I'll get to work straight away.
Tell her.
Point-
Payment,
Potions.
payment on delivery, I take it then. I'll leave the crowbar with you, I guess.
This is the payment.
The crowbar is the payment. Oh well, of course. That's perfect then.
You leave it with me.
I'll see you very soon.
2 days.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna peg it home.
Okay. So you head back to the inn. Anything else you want to do before the guys wake up?
Sharpen my swords, I guess. Nothing much.
So you find a space up in one of the dorms while the others sleep, and you sharpen up and maintain your equipment. It's had a good usage over the past few days. So, as you all wake the next morning, well, the late afternoon, you've all had a long rest.
Hey.
And yeah, the sky is beginning to darken. And you can smell food cooking from downstairs. Oh, Bruce, you've also shrunk back to normal size in the stable.
I wake up slightly disappointed, but
Yeah. You pull your pants.
I check my balls and cock.
Yeah.
Same size.
Yeah.
You're
same
like the
size.
Hulk though, of all your clothes, like, except your purple trousers falling off or something.
Yeah,
That's a good point, actually. I don't know whether enlarged affects your clothes.
I know.
not
Typically,
what
it
you
does.
do.
If it is the enlargement spell, it the clothes go with it.
Yeah, I'm going to say it does. Otherwise, all your armor would be ruined.
That would
Yeah.
be
You
odd. That
wake
would be
up
awkward.
and all your armor is
He'd
shattered.
be fucking ruined as he tries to push his way out with the armor holes.
Yeah. So you get back to normal size and fully clad.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the main room.
Cool.
Following the smell of breakfast.
It's evening meal at this point.
Oh, of course it is. Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
it's afternoon. So
Breakfast
yeah.
was.
You come, yeah, it's breakfast to you guys who've just woken up. So you come down and Owen has a platter of a couple of wolf steaks in the middle, chopped into pieces, some warm bread. You remember that Owen was the cook at this establishment, so and his food is probably some of the best food you've had in Barovia.
Smells good, Owen.
That's no problem. Are you well rested?
I am. I needed that.
Surprisingly.
It was a long night.
I see you are back to normal size.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes, perhaps it's better this way. You struggled to fit through many doors.
Yes, true.
Well, please eat. We have about an hour before everyone will be in the town square. We'll make our way there.
What did you manage to bring back, Esmeralda?
Well, they pull their gold back and say, well, it's interesting. We possibly have some interesting potions to go back to, but it depends whether she figures out that the crowbar I left her isn't magical after all.
How did you make it seem magical?
Prestidigitation.
Oh well, it'll wear off, but
You could
you
always just say it was
just
a
say you need to
magical word
reactivate.
that you have to say.
Yeah, you
Yes.
just need to
I was thinking,
reactivate it, and you
say
can do
its
it.
name and it makes it do that. Yes.
Yeah, and you can do it again in front of her, and
And
we'll
if
just
not, if they're in the shop, then we know they're there, and we can always try
Well,
and steal them later.
Now we're
haste-
talking.
hastily leave before she figures it out.
So yes, I also purchased a mysterious potion of 2 golds
Wow.
worth for you, with your extra 2
Who's-
gold that you
who's-
gave me.
who's
So we'll
trying
see
that
what
one?
that is.
Fair enough. Well, what's the plan, Owen? Are you addressing the townsfolk?
I think it would be best if you address them.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, you're the ones who overthrew the power. And obviously, Gilly and Hans will be there and they'll
Sure.
be able to speak to the people. And
Have they been forewarned of what we require of them?
yes, and Hans is, well, he's very pleased. He is, as I said, a good man and he would love to fulfill his place in the town. Try
Just
to see it back to
just
normal.
just remind me, Paul. Sorry.
Mhm.
Hans is the one who Gilly was the one who you suggested to be the burgomaster. Is that right, or
Yeah,
the other
the
way around?
temporary burgomaster.
And then Hans was
is
who?
going to be
Sorry.
the step-in priest.
Yeah.
Because
Okay. That's what I
currently
thought.
Father Lucian's dead. It was taken over by the Dark Mother,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now it wants to be reinstated to the Morning Lord.
Okay.
And obviously, as you know from your travels around Barovia, the church is like a key part.
Sure.
When you first came to Wallaki, a lot of villagers went to the church to sleep on a night. Obviously, then there was the St. Andrew's Bones incident, but you know, shit happens.
Yep. Yep.
So, we eat a meal, and you head through the town streets towards the square. The sky is cloudy but dry, and the air is cool as you make way through the streets. Erwin has gone ahead, left you to finish your breakfast, and you enter the courtyard, and you see it full of townsfolk huddled together in small groups, talking and whispering. The stage where last night the vampire spawn had stood is now clear. The rotting bodies of the burgomaster and his wife are taken down. Erwin spots you through the crowd and signals to come across to the side of the stage. The 2 men he'd spoke about earlier are with him. He waves for you to come across.
Go ahead, Bruce. Win him over.
Fucking hell. All right.
Give us one of those Captain America speeches.
Crack of lightning
Bruce.
to draw the attention of the crowd behind Bruce. Prestidigitation again.
Yeah, if you want to add any effects.
What did you use?
Prestidigitation.
Irina's. I'm just gonna huddle the group together before we head over, Irina included, and say, is it wise, given how Irina is, sought after right now, is it wise to publicly display her like this? Like, should we be a bit more careful about this, or are we not worrying?
I can just wait next to the stage.
I'll just
cannot
pack to my
fit
hat.
these people.
I feel
Keep a low
like
profile.
I feel like Strahd knows where she is. You know, we've made a big splash.
He does. I'm just worried of anyone in the crowd here that may have untoward feelings towards her.
Well, then we'll take her out.
Esmeralda says she passed her the hat, so Irina could take that.
Fair enough.
Puts it on and disguises as Solidus but female.
Brilliant. Okay, then I'll head up to the platform.
Okay, so you move across, and you take positions on the platform.
I am very unprepared.
Gilly and Hans join you.
People of Vallaki.
The crowd, as you walk through, we're just sort of talking amongst themselves, chattering. They're huddled in small groups, whispering and talking. Yeah, when you say people of Vallaki, the area goes quiet and they turn towards you.
My name is Bruce Farrowbane. Oh, who can do thaumaturgy? Can anyone do thaumaturgy?
No.
Thomas who?
Thaumaturgy.
Okay, never mind then.
Thomas who?
I'll solid us. My name is Bruce Farabane, member of the elite vampire assassination group, the Vampire Fuckers.
You
We,
hear murmurs for the crowd. Shh.
the rumors are true. We are here to rid these lands of evil, beginning with your town of Volaki. Through the night, we dispatched of the evil of. Shut up, Alan.
The wolves are back.
Fuck.
You're
Of-
losing the crowd,
Of
Bruce.
the evil hierarchy that self-impose themselves.
I do an under my breath like, "Boo."
Who said that?
What is this guy talking about?
The crowd begin to talk, like, look at each other, and you see worry sort of spread across. At some point, I'm going to need you to make a persuasion check. Do you want to say anything else before you make it?
We are only here for one thing, and that is to rid these lands of evil. We believe
And
you
fuck
good
bitches.
folk, not me.
The guard sort of looks up
And-
at you, Blight, when you say that.
We believe that you good folk of Valaki deserve only the hierarchy with pure good intentions.
Make a perception
We
check.
propose.
Make a persuasion check.
Fucking hell. I'm
Roll high, brother.
not prepared for a speech. Persuasion check.
Yeah, persuasion.
This is what I'm all about. Come on, baby, don't let me down. Which dice am I going to use? I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use my luck point to re-roll that.
Fatality.
Not any better. That's a 15.
Okay. As you talk, the volume of the crowd begins to grow.
Oh no.
You see some at the back talk between each other, and they start to like begin to disperse, basically.
I'm going to pull the hilt out of my sword, hold it up in the air, and ignite it. Radiant sunlight just like bursts out in a 15-foot radius.
Oh, you're lucky.
And
The crowd now have you have their attention. They look back, some of them shielding their eyes from this bright light that's emanating from the stage.
I'm going to bellow out. I am a disciple of the Morning Lord, brought here by fate and destiny to help you good people.
Oh, creeping up.
Where's Solis going?
I'm just walking through it, and
I'm not with him.
I'm sort of like gently like herding them to remain.
Keep herding.
Yeah.
Some of them do move in while you thingy.
The church
Animal
will be
handling
rightfully
check.
restored under fellowship of the Morning Lord. Hans here, a good priest of your town, will
You
gladly
pull him
take up the
forward.
mantle.
And you hear
We all know the church is at the forefront of good and prosperity.
Tap
of
this guy on
these-
the shoulder, and I sort of say, "You're going to want to move in closer."
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you. And I carry on.
And as you talk, you hear the crowd, they look at each other and they're discussing this. And they sort of, one of them cries out, a male from the front, "And who will lead us?"
This
Who
good
will
man,
suffer?
Gilly,
And
sort of push Gilly
like,
forward.
pushes forward to the front, moving Irene out the way. And he is a huge guy. He's almost like Solidus's height. Just huge arms, massive hands, well dressed though. He's dressed up for the occasion. He's in a fine, like tailored suit of maroons and purples with all this ornate floral design.
You know him to be good. You know he would only want the best for this town and its people.
Thank you, Bruce. Perhaps sword is enough for now.
I
And he
put it
turns to the
down.
people. Listen. Owen has told me of what these have done. Last night on this very square, the bride of Strahd and her spawn was here. While we slept in our beds, while our children slept in theirs, these people destroyed the evil that would have only killed us all. I am a good man, as you know, and I will try to run this town to the best of my ability. But these people, these are the ones who will rid us of evil. And the crowd begin to talk amongst themselves, and there's almost a calm. And then
As
you hear a slight cheer from the back.
I stand up. I'm the first one to go.
And as Solidus
I
claps,
look,
everyone
I
else
look
begins to
around.
clap, and this slow clap comes around. And after like 2 or 3 minutes, the entire crowd is clapping and cheering. And then you hear, "Vampire assassins! Vampire assassins!
can I
Vampire assassins!" Yeah, go on.
And I just yell, fuckers.
It's the vampire fuckers, fuckers, vampire fuckers.
Never mind. Vampire
Well,
assassins then.
spell it out to your friends,
I'm
kids.
gonna pull the sword out.
S-T-A-E-R-S.
I'm gonna pull the sword out once more and hold it aloft, ignite it. The Lord of Light watches over you all. Evil
Right,
will
He-Man.
play no part in these lands no more. Can I do a divine sense of the crowd?
Yeah. You pick up generally good. There is some sort of people edging towards the side of crime, but there's nothing evil.
There's no
I
obvious
lean over to the-
vampires or fiends
Yeah.
or.
Person next to me and I say,
Yeah.
what a virgin. And then I sort of walk off again.
And as you complete your speech and hold your sword up to the sky, the crowd cheers, and as the night begins to close in, they head back to their homes, confident in the leadership you've instated for now. Gilly and Hans both talk to you as a party, and thank you for ridding the town of the Watchers. Their rule was only one of oppression and darkness. They feel now they can lead with clarity and let the Morning Lord make the decisions.
Silence.
You all must go on your journey, but you will always have safety in Valaki while we are in charge.
Who's saying this,
And he-
Gilly?
Yeah, and he brings Erwin into this and Hans as well.
Anything we can
Holy
do to help the
Trinity.
town? Anything we can do to help the town? We will try our best.
Thank you. Now we must turn in. There's lots of work to do.
We did a thing, guys.
And I'll say at that, you can level up to level 9
Oh shit!
Yeah.
for saving the town.
What?
So you can do that at the end of the session if you want. Or you can do it on break, whatever. So,
Okay.
the night is drawn in. You are fully rested, but you could take a sort of just short rest, chill out in the pub to sort of reset your body clocks.
I'm gonna just approach Solidus and ask him about what he found in the crate under the mansion.
Are you back at the inn at this point?
Oh, I'm assuming that's what we were doing, but whatever.
Yeah, so you're all back at the inn. Erwin has laid out wine. He's left one of the casks in the back, so you can just help yourself. The rest of the food platter from like the evening meal is just out, so you're just picking, eating, talking. And he has turned in for the evening.
Who has?
Erwin.
Owen.
Owen.
It's also only you guys in here, so
Solidus, the chest we found under the mansion.
Yeah.
Was I right in thinking there was like I saw you pull out like a book or a manuscript of some sort?
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot all about that. I did pull out a book and or manuscript of some sort. And I retrieve it from my
Normal
and
bag.
my normal bag, which only contains 10 gold. Um,
Again,
and
every time Solidus goes into this bag, you see his arm go all the way in. I mean, he's put his full backpack into here at this point. So,
Fit a
and
lot
you've
in that.
also, if you remember last time, you turned it into a backpack, the bag of
I
holding.
did.
So
Yeah, yeah. Got them
it's
so
looking
instant.
pretty swish.
Can fit quite a lot in there. That's deceivingly
Oh
small.
yeah, I went to bag making camp
Right.
once, and I learned how
That's
to
not. That's
make
not a thing.
bags. You can't prove it, isn't?
I mean,
Uh,
as much as I want to say insight check, I think Bruce is savvy enough to
Yeah,
recognize a full blown lie like
that's a pass.
that. um,
Wait a minute. He's not been to bag making school.
he's just a phony.
Bruce
I
wakes up
was
in the
at
middle of the
bag
night
making
like,
school, and I don't remember you.
Oh, which one
what's
did you
that?
go to? Because there was only one in the area, and I
oh,
remember being there.
There's only one in the Forgotten Realms.
um, would you mind if I take a look at the
I see.
manuscript?
Absolutely take it. I've just been using it to like wrap meats in, to be honest.
Brilliant.
Like salted meats. So if you, by all means, I'll eat this meat while you check it out.
Um, was there anything else you found in there?
I think it was just 5 gold. And you know, and I might have shed that out. I don't remember. I don't remember on.
That's fine. Listen, don't worry about it. We're not here for
Was a
money.
long night.
I mean, it's only 2 gold, so I mean, you can't share that between 5 people, can you?
I can't remember. Did Bruce notice there was more? I'm basically thinking about the
I
Ouija
think,
board, to be honest. I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
think he also sort of just put all the stuff out of that bag
Yeah.
into his, and then put his bag into thingy. He wasn't being subtle about it, and it was almost like everyone had just killed stuff, and Solid just went into box mode, and everyone was just like stood around the room while he's just went like,
I just say,
there was no money in there.
I just I
Zero
just say,
gold.
friend. I put my hand on his shoulder, friend. Just be careful with that Ouija board that you didn't find.
Get drunk and play the Ouija board.
I say
They are
Luigi God.
they're things of
I don't even know him.
It's
That's
not as good as a
But I got,
Mario board, I'll tell you that.
but
they're things of evil.
I look at my bag and I got um this weird alphabet board game.
Just be careful
Which
with that. I wouldn't
I don't
recommend.
I'll give you a game of it, Solidus.
I don't understand because I can't read.
It's 2 or 3.
Can you not read?
Probably not.
Um,
Look at this.
yeah, I take the manuscript,
Let's
walk off, and just sort of
Wow.
just leave him with that thought
Is the
of
spirit board on the
being
table
careful.
yet?
Yeah,
You've got it out of the bag.
I slap it down on the table.
Oh,
Can I
no.
just sit on a separate
On the-
table
on
and
the
start
ring
reading that manuscript, Paul? I don't know if it's
Yeah.
important or anything.
So I'll tell you what you read while the other guys are going to do what they're going to do. But
Yeah.
so the manuscript is in like it's unbound, so it's in almost like a box, and it's just stacks of paper, and it's on the front in hand scrawled writing is "The Devil We Know,"
hmm
and as you read through it, it's like a poetic manifesto written by Lady Wokta, and it's attesting to the worship of devils and how they can bring happiness and success, freedom, wealth, and longevity. And she basically just like bigs up her own family, and she is the one to follow. She will lead you to like the darkness and
It's
how
almost
that
like
can affect your life.
it's what do you call it?
It's like their party speech manifesto sort of thing. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but they're like propaganda.
That's the word I'm looking for. Propaganda. I knew it was a P. I couldn't remember. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I just sit there with a beer, or with wine, sorry, and just
I mean,
read
it has
through it.
ravens on it, so it must be good.
Yeah, we like them.
You also notice now it's out
connecting tool, isn't it?
that
Rather than
the symbols around the board are the same symbols that you saw on the cards.
Oh.
You recognize them, Esmeralda, immediately as the Tarocca card symbols, and you guys recognize them from your reading from Madame Eva, that they're the symbols.
Oh shit.
You also saw in like some of the Vistani tattoos these symbols and the eye and stuff like that the same.
Anything about this as a tool for?
Make a. I'd say it's an Arcana check.
I mean, nothing good can come of this. Let's face it.
22.
22. Okay, so you know there's a long-standing history with the afterlife and talking to souls, and you also know there's a long-standing history of con men, and it tends to be 50-50. You, as a person, you fully believe in fate. It's built into your like your culture. Obviously, Madame Eva was a seer, and you believe that when she reads the cards, it is truth, and you will live by that. However, with these boards, you know it can be a mix. When maybe in the right hands, it could be a useful tool, but in the wrong ones, it could just be a con. That's sort of what you get from it.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily an evil object, so more of a connection tool.
All right. Well, Les thinks it's fine. Let's do it. Bruce,
I
come
would,
on. You're playing too.
I don't mind.
So you
Oh,
move it into the middle.
I want nothing to do with that.
I
I warn you,
And-
brother. These
mean,
nothing good will come of this.
it depends who we try to talk to, surely.
Esmeralda, you show them that you need to place your hands on, I think it's called the plaquette or planchette. You need to place your hands on that. Callum,
Alan,
are
are
you
you playing?
No, I'll watch.
Fuck's sake.
I'm like reading the manuscript, but I'm like looking over, like curious, and just keeping watch, so to speak.
Well,
With a
I've already
vampire
talked to
friend,
enough
how
dead people.
scary can it be?
Esmeralda, you go around the room and the torches on the walls, you pour a little bit of wine into them to make them just low ember. The room begins to have this ambience as the howls of wolves comes from outside. The light is dim. Bruce, you begin to struggle to be able to read the manuscript. Callan, your eyes can see everything.
Esmeralda, are you
Put my hands
playing
on
it?
Put my hands on the little planchette thing.
Yep.
I don't know whether we have to. Everyone put their hands on if they want to play, but I don't know if we need to decide who we're talking to, or if something's going to happen when we all put our hands on.
Rock guy, are you
You
playing?
know, you know from experience, Esmeralda, that it's a question thing.
Yeah, like we
You ask
want
and
to
wait for
summon
an
a
answer.
particular person, though.
You can just ask into the ether.
Oh, we can ask
Yeah.
the ether as well. Okay.
Hello.
I mean, yeah. Are there questions we want to know? Let's give it a go.
I say, what are the lottery numbers?
How do we get out of Barovia?
Yes, question one.
Oh,
How do we leave?
can we? Yeah.
Oh, so the question you ask, well, you need to, the
Need to
protocol
connect.
is to address spirits first. Yeah, you need to connect. Is there anybody out there? Is a good start.
Anybody there?
Is there anybody out there who are willing to help us?
And as you
Give
have
us
your
the
finger
sign.
on the board, a wind, starting slow at first, begins to blow around the room. You see
Ouija board in Barovia. Always a
some
good
of the,
idea.
some of the papers begin to stir and move that are on the tables and on the sides. None of you are sure if it's the other person doing it, but it begins to move. It begins to shuffle around the board. And then it shoots across and stops at yes.
Good. Otherwise, this was going to be a short game.
Is there? Do you know that if there is a way out of
Move it
Barovia?
back into the center, which is best practice. Do you know if there's a way out of Barovia? Okay, so it moves again, this time straight to the yes.
Cool. Who?
What do we
Tell
need
us
to know,
how in
guys?
great
Well,
detail.
I want to know who we're talking to. Who Are we speaking with? I don't know why I'm doing the voice.
Of Jimmy
Alright,
Shovel.
Yeah.
Thought so.
I did. Who? This is my son's voice. Who are we speaking with?
Who are we speaking with? And it moves
Yeah. Who are we talking to?
to L.
Lionel.
Lenny.
Is it Lionel? I yell. Is it Lionel? Lionel, is that you?
O. S.
That's not Lionel. Is he spelling
T.
loser? Oh, he's not spelling loser. Thank Christ.
S.
The Lost Soul.
Lost Boys.
O.
Lost.
U.
Lost Sorrow.
L.
Or soup.
Lost Soul. It's a weird name. Still a bit too edgy for my liking.
Bruce is like stood up now, walking over towards the board.
Do you know of any anything that could help us destroy Strahd?
It moves one by one, stopping for a brief second
Nice,
on each of the symbols,
of course.
That is.
and then back to the center.
Can I do a divine sense, Paul?
Yeah.
Anything in the room?
I don't think you pick anything up. There's nothing in the room.
Okay.
And this board almost doesn't give anything off either. With being an object. So.
Bruce just storms forward and places his hand over the thing in the middle and impatiently says, "Who is responsible for my mother's death?"
I'm like, oh, wait your turn. Bloody hell. I don't even know if this is
Has
Lionel
everyone
or not
else,
yet.
has everyone else still got their hands on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It moves around the board.
Or just randomly?
Like
And
point
then-
count.
V.
Oh.
A. N.
From Wild. Oh.
No.
I. C.
Oh,
Like cameo.
H. T. E. N. E. N.
3N. Like the third in a movie.
Yeah. I take my hand off and step back, just staring at Esmeralda.
Swear I didn't know anything about it.
What's the meaning of this?
I don't know. I mean, we've killed people, but they've always been
Who? Who have you
vampires
killed?
Or vampires or werewolves or monsters.
What?
Do you know anything about your mother? Was she
Right.
anything like that?
We need to take a quick break.
Oh, what?
Oh my god.
Dude.
We'll be back in a second.
Okay. Oh shit, son.
Right, I'll make a piss too.
Oh dear.
Did you say we can level up? Did you say it was alright to level up?
Yeah, you can level up.
Cool.
What are you taking? Are you taking a level in
Well,
Rogue again?
the Ranger, you don't get anything until level 7. So it's like, do I just like null a complete level until I get to level 7? And then even then it's defensive tactics, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Can't
Or I
remember
just
all the
keep going
things
down
you
to
told
Rogue
me,
and getting
Paul.
extra dice each time. For the sneak attack thing.
Yeah.
So I'll just take this
Just-
one.
I mean-
4th level you get a feat or ability score improvement, so it's better than nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
There's nothing in those printouts, is there, Paul, about this? This
No.
is extra stuff that we talked about, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're on your own, bud.
Yeah.
But you genuinely don't know anything.
Yeah. Seem to remember that being the case.
Awkward. Oh, I
Right,
think
I better refill my wine for this.
it went well.
Thanks, Paul. Oh, trying to impress my friends.
Don't forget,
Don't
Van
tell
Richten
them
was
that
only
Dad
Van
fucks
Richten was
people up.
only your mentor, so
I know.
you can't keep an eye on him all the time. And you haven't, like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool Ouija board, though, isn't it?
It is a cool Ouija board. I mean, it seems to have a lot of answers. I mean,
Playing the Ouija board now.
Bruce just jumped the queue a bit there, but the
Yeah,
curiosity
might
got the
have
better
fucked the
of
whole
him.
game over now.
In case you
Ruined the
haven't,
mood.
Bruce tries his best to be, a true paladin, but temptation is rather tempting
He's
sometimes.
living a lie.
I like talking to the dead people.
He's killed him. Might take the sharpshooter feat. That sounds pretty cool.
Oh,
That
you
will
level.
help
Oh
you out,
shit, yeah,
actually.
leveling up.
Yeah, you can level up in the break, or you can do it after. It's up to you.
Yeah, it might give me extra shit that I can use right now.
It says that with sharpshooter you can ignore cover. Well, half cover and 3/4 cover. So unless they're in full cover, just ignore it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And you can take a -5 to your attack roll, and if it hits, you add 10 to the attack damage.
Say what?
Sniper.
To level 10.
Yeah, I think one up.
Because
bud.
I'm at level 9, so does that mean
Yeah, you're one ahead of
I've
everyone.
missed a level?
No, you're one ahead.
Yeah, so you get
So
to
I'd
level
be
10,
going-
right?
Yes. Yeah, so I'd be going to level 10 and everyone else is. Or has everyone else gone to 9?
We're all level 9, and Irena's level 8.
Oh, right.
So she can choose a feat now, actually, but I'm gonna have to look for that another time.
Oh, what a twist!
Yeah, most of you should be 9.
Yeah, no shit, brother.
Ooh, what a plot twist. Ooh, I got a clue.
I wasn't expecting that. I didn't even know if
That's
that was gonna
brilliant.
work, but Bruce was just like,
Well done for
curios-
asking.
curiosity got the better of him there. Now I'm looking at the quickest way to kill Esmeralda. No, I'm joking.
Didn't say Esmeralda, did it?
I know.
Fatality.
Did you do it?
Well, we're about to find out how much she knows.
Come off this. Start looking at my blooming leveling up. That can be done
Esmeralda's
another
like,
time.
level 10, level 10. Hurry.
Shield!
I can just imagine this gets revealed and everyone just, their like auras just glow as they level up. Like you guys with Rage, Esmeralda with like, oh shit, things gonna go down. I'm gonna learn a new skill quickly. Oh, damn.
I love this game.
That was amazing.
The end fucking D.
Quick question, Paul. For
Yeah.
the feats, do I just have anything on that list, or is there like
Yeah, you can
particular
pick,
ones
any,
that Rogue
pick
can
anything
have?
on off the list.
Cool.
The feats are just a huge list and they work somewhat better for different classes, but
Don't know whether to do a feat or
I tell you what, when I play, I'm going to take the cooking feat so I can cook food for people.
Oh, why haven't I got more spell slots? Paladin level 9. I've like literally unlocked nothing going to level 9.
I think all yours will be 10, won't it?
Yeah, so it makes me think like, do I branch off into something because take
a
take
first
2
level
levels? Yeah, like would now be a good time to branch off into something a bit darker, you know? I don't know. I don't know.
This is probably the last level you guys will take. Well, no, you might take one more level, but that's sort of the cap for the story. You're
'Cause
at like
literally the
end game
next,
level.
the next two, like I don't really get anything for level 9 and 10. Well, level 10, I get people around me within 10 feet of me can't be frightened, but that's it. I'm wondering, I might have to just decide in between sessions.
You can always take the level to get the HP and then go back and make the choice after that.
Yeah, sure.
Same.
It's all good. Oh no, I get 2 third level slots as 9. So where are they? Why are they not showing up? Prepared spells, known spells. Oh.
Because you need to learn 2 more.
I can only have 7 spells prepared.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
but I can now prepare third level spells.
got you.
I can create food and water out of thin air.
I'm going to create a bun and I'm going to shove it into Esmeralda's mouth.
Chew.
Okay. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't remember where we left that.
Well, the board just said that Van Richten killed your mother.
Oh yeah.
My hand sort of reaches to the hilt, and I
I'm
look at
stood up at this point.
Esmeralda, and I'm like, "What do you know? What's the meaning of this?"
I also hold my hands over my 2 blades.
Ooh.
Look, we killed things. Not humans, things. If your mother was taken, then that could explain it to me.
She wasn't just killed; she was raped.
Brutally murdered.
I look out the room and I go,
Sorry.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. Do you have counter spell, Esmeralda?
I don't contest it.
No. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I cast. Well, actually, everyone actually around needs to make a saving throw. Actually.
Oh yeah, shit.
Solidus, who do you fancy?
Erwin in bed. Natural 20, bitches. Erwin is sleeping in a zone of lies.
It's charisma saves.
Charisma saving throw. Okay.
Do I need to take it?
Oh.
Yeah, everyone around. It's just an
One in the
automatic thing.
area. So I got a 4.
Oh shit.
Dollar just has to tell the truth.
What is it we roll?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
Ooh, charisma.
12.
Okay.
What's the save?
15.
Shit. Callan's telling the
9.
truth.
19.
Blight can lie. Esmeralda?
You
Well,
didn't contest
I
it.
wasn't contesting it.
You can
Oh, yeah,
fail it
shit,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
want to.
Okay.
And
so
I
you
would
have
know
told the
that
truth.
actually, which helps. I'm going to ask you again. No lies. What do you know of my mother and Van Richten?
I honestly don't know anything about her. But all I can say is we killed a lot of creatures. We killed a lot of vampires and evil things, werewolves. You know, we were ridding the land of evil like you do now.
Has Van
I
Richten
can't
ever...
can't speak for him in his past. Whether he.
How long ago did
all
you
I know.
meet him?
I think. I mean, a long time ago. I was my
Yeah.
family. We.
How many years ago did your mothers die? Do you remember? Be in the backstory.
Yeah.
think Blight was 5, and he's now 20 something.
Blight was 5, I was 7.
How old is Blight now?
You tell me, Blight. Where is
I
it?
don't think I know that.
Where is?
It'll
Oh,
be in your
I'm
description on
42.
that page.
I'm 42,
What
so
description? I am.
minus
It
7.
says I'm 82 on my thing.
Oh yeah, because
Oh
I'm
shit,
an
that's
elf.
not right.
Half elf.
yeah, that's not right.
We'll go from my age then.
42,
Minus 7, so 30. It was
35
35
years
years
ago.
ago.
So way before me then.
Esmeralda, how old are you?
Oh,
You
I
know?
don't know. Have I got it?
This is where the backstory is completely fall
Yeah.
to pieces because
I
of the
don't think
ages.
that's in it.
To be fair, I don't think you're more than 35, so no. It would have been, if it was 35 years ago, you met him after you fled your clan of like 18, so you've known him a few years, but not that
Yeah.
length. It was well before your time.
Has he ever spoke of a woman? Like, it's starting to like break up. Did he ever speak of a woman from Waterdeep, Rasalanta?
Was that her name?
Bless you.
No,
Your mother's name?
no, her name was.
Did he speak
Mum.
of Rasalanta?
I thought she was called Rose. No,
Rose. Yeah, she was called Rose. I was just
He's
like,
a-
look, she's called.
He's-
We live in a hamlet called Rasalanta.
all the stuff that Van Richten's spoken to you about is more. It's all monster based. He was basically training you to be a monster hunter. So he's talked about killing vampires. He's talked about killing werewolves. He's never mentioned names. He hasn't mentioned like. He's been around the world. He's well traveled. So yeah, he'll have been to Waterdeep, but
Look, there might be a quicker way here. Ask the board. Was she turned? We could find out.
It's a good point.
I'm just like shaking violently and like release
It's
my
a
hilt,
hard one, but
release my
it's up
hilt
to
and
you.
like look towards Blight.
I look at him back and I nod. I'm
How
also
fast
You put
freaking
faith
out.
in this board. This could be lying. That's what I'm saying. You don't know.
Are you saying that
It's
as
a
Quick,
Callan?
if we're in the zone of
Yeah,
truth.
I'm saying it as Callan. I'm like, you need to calm down because you can't put faith in a piece of wood that Solidus has picked up from somewhere.
You're right. These
We do
Just
have
because
zone of
no
truth on right
these
now.
truth
these
at all.
these things are
I don't think it affects
evil.
boards, mate.
No, but it affects us for like none of us could be lying and fucking
yeah,
about
true.
These
You speak the true.
these things are evil. I just like slump back down in the chair, just like looking completely flustered and shocked and on the
I don't
verge
like
of
this
tears.
game anymore.
Well, fun while it lasted then.
Well, I say,
It
well,
was
on a
tense.
on a different note, I have my hand on the thing and I say to the board, would life be easier for us? And I sort of like sheepishly look around the room if we gave Irina to Strahd.
Ooh.
It moves about. And it lands on yes.
Oh, I look to the group and I go, oh, that's interesting.
Irina looks at you like, Solidus,
It's always the easiest.
why did you ask it that question?
Oh, I just it's
Tell me the truth.
it's been plaguing me for a while. Whether life would be easier if you were with Strahd.
I just stand back up.
And I just felt like
Oh, it's tense tonight, isn't it?
I could do with knowing. I could do with knowing.
You know, last night Bruce took that potion and it looked like double in size. Well, you almost get the feeling like he's just drank that potion again because the way he's like puffing himself out, looking imposing.
And the backlight and then the little embers that flicker around the room.
I don't need a zone of truth spell to tell you, Irina, that we are not going to be handing you over to Strahd.
I pick up my flagon of hot chocolate that I'm drinking, and I take a gentle sip, and I go, And Strahd asked me to bring you to him, and I didn't know how to handle that situation.
What?
When did this happen?
What?
Oh, that's hot. Big sip.
What are you
got Lucky
talking about, Solidus?
Got Lucky Charms in it. That.
Lucky Charms.
That looks
Yeah,
amazing.
we got it today. It's Lucky Charm hot chocolate. It was a
Ah,
My
so-
God.
Solidus? What are you
Um,
talking about?
well, mentally, I was approached with the prospect of turning over Irina in exchange for whatever I wanted, which I presume is passage away from this godforsaken place.
Is
Um,
is that why the wolves didn't attack you?
I think it probably is.
Oh fuck.
I turn.
How
Um,
long
I
have you been
turn.
holding on to this secret for?
Since the wolves.
What, that fight?
So one night.
Yeah.
It's only been a night and a day
Yeah.
now.
Oh, it was then.
Turn
Yeah.
my back on you, sir.
I look around at everyone else. Anyone else? Anyone else having secret discussions with Strahd?
I say, and you can trust me on this one. My intention wasn't to turn Irina in.
Are you?
My
You
intention,
have to be telling the
Tell
truth
the
right now,
truth,
by the
remember.
way.
Yeah.
yeah, I am. That's why I
Okay.
was saying it.
Okay. Okay.
I wanted to try and play both sides, but I didn't know how. So I thought I would
Classic.
just sit on it for as long as possible, and then
The
see
dead
what
half.
and then see what was presented
See
to me.
who wins.
And that is the truth. I thought I could use this possibly to our advantage, but I thought if I told everyone, it might ruin the edge.
Irina steps forward and says, "I understand, Solidus. This land is not your home, and I know if I could have done something to save my father, or if I had to do something to save my brother, my family, then I would have done. I do not resent you for your choices, and I am glad you have shared them with the group.
Bruce next
Even
is
though the
wine.
circumstances are a little odd." She points to the board.
Bruce next is wine and then turns to Callan. What about you, Callan? Are you in league with Strahd?
No,
Do you
I'm
know
not
about
in
my
league
mother's
with Strahd.
death?
I don't even fucking know who you are. I don't even know your mum. No, I'm not in league with Strahd. And I'm as shocked as everyone else. But then again, this
Ouija
is
board.
why I don't trust people.
The Ouija board, was our mother a vampire?
You got your hand
Out
on
of
it.
interest.
Oh, I've had my hand on the whole
Hey,
time.
Mr.
Well,
Ouija.
Yeah.
Want to get their opinion on it. Not saying I believe it.
I like look
Whoever
towards
they are.
Blight as if to say like,
It moves
no,
around
I don't want to know the answer,
and lands on the yes.
but I don't stop you.
Oh,
Oh, what the fuck?
your mother's.
But now the
Vampire,
motherfuckers.
Bruce just walks up to the Ouija board and just swipes it off the table.
And
See,
as you-
Hey,
just
my board.
just full of shit.
I might have
I
had
told
some
you not to.
questions.
I turned solid. I told you not to trust these fucking things.
As you do, the board flies to the floor and shatters. As it does, the sconces that hold the torches flare up in like this orange glow that fills the room almost with like this daylight, and then they die back down to embers. And
I don't break your things, you dick.
the night air and sounds of the night fill the room again.
I just walk
I
back and sit
I
down,
reach
slump
into
down.
my bag of holding, and I dip my elbow in. And I say, Bruce, I've got something for you. Oh God. I had to dig deep for that one.
Roll initiative. No.
Drunk tavern fight.
I'd love a bar fight.
I
right
run.
now.
I walk up to Solidus. Say, and just like look him in the eyes. This is not funny, and take a punch at him.
All right, roll for
Oh.
attack.
Natural 20.
Oh shit! Well, that's hit.
For the rain.
Unarmed strike. So
Yeah.
Oh,
a
with the
crit on an
sword.
unarmed strike. Yeah.
Solidus dies.
Unarmed strike. What do I roll for that? Oh, it's just 5. It's
Yeah.
just 5 damage. 5
Oh,
damage.
okay, cool. Is that doubled for 10 then?
Oh yeah, so 10 damage. That's a big
Yeah.
punch.
Being 5'10", I think I should stand in between them. And
Oh,
try
you
to
step
split this
in?
up. I'm trying to step in and stop this.
You're stepping in while he's
madness.
punching. You're gonna get the
Yeah.
punch,
Are
dude.
you taking the
I'll
punch
take
for
it.
me?
Yeah, I'll take the punch.
Oh, nice.
Really?
And Cullen steps in the way with his speed.
Cullen.
He literally, from his position where he's just been sat observing and passing comment, almost like you forget that he's an elf and you forget that he has this speed, and he flies up in the way of your punch, catches it with one hand, but the force still comes through and it hits him in the face for, I'd say, a dulled 5 damage from his reaction.
As
Solidus,
soon
you're stood there and just nothing hits you.
as soon as I like hit Callan, I look shocked at the speed of which he jumped in front, and I'm like, Callan, I'm sorry. Fuck you, Solidus. Don't make jokes about my fucking mother.
And I say, fuck you. This is all your bloody fault. Obviously, I'm in zone of truth, so I'll spew. You know, you keep getting us into these fucking messes because you and your stupid weird sword that tells you to do shit like kill babies.
I'm only trying to do the right thing here. I'm trying to get us home.
Are you balls? You're a self-serving asshole. And I don't care about you or your mother, who is clearly some sort of evil beast.
Says the evil
Do we have a
fucking
designated naughty step?
Ouija board.
You hear
I'm
a
like-
smash in the corner.
I say, at least I don't cast truth spells on my friends.
You hear a smash in the corner and you look to see Irina, who's thrown a glass against the wall.
Well,
And she says, "This has to stop. We are here to kill Strahd, and we will
And
not
Van
do it.
Richten.
This is what he wants.
My
He
feelings
wants
are
us
hurt.
to fight."
exactly. We need to stop fighting amongst each other and divert our attention towards Strahd. And Solidus did call us friends, so that's true. He does consider us friends.
Damn. Caught out by the zone of truth.
How long does this zone last, by the way?
I think it's 10 minutes.
It finished like 20 minutes ago, but we're all still
Yeah, 10
still
minutes.
truthful
10
right
minutes.
now.
The most real
Get ready to
conversation
get-
we've ever had.
You're about to get hit with the truth of 2 natural 20, baby.
The most.
I love you all.
Just like breathing heavily.
Everybody love everybody.
I've bent down to like grab Callan to sort of like pick him up, and
Well, it never went down.
I do not.
Yeah,
No.
he just got a
I'm not
Just
crying
like-
because it hurt. I'm crying because it happened. All right. Fucking hell.
I'm just gonna spark up my pipe in the corner.
yeah.
I go over to Callan. I place a hand on his shoulder, and then I go to Bruce and I attempt to embrace him. And I say, "I'm sorry, Bruce. I do care about your mum. I think what happened to you is terrible, and I just don't like it here. And
I initiate group hug. Group
Yeah.
hug.
I'm just sat down like, oh my god, what's going
I was
I
wondering if Blight was going to wrap his wings around
Yeah.
for like
Come on, Blake. Get up off that.
I awkwardly,
Breathe in.
I get up
Given-
and join the hug.
given what's happened, I awkwardly reciprocate the hug, and I say, Solidus, I know this is a terrible place. I know we are making terrible decisions, difficult decisions.
none of it makes sense to me. I'm just a simple rock man. I live in mountains. I don't deal with ghouls and spooks, and
I know this is way above all of our pay grades, even me. We just
want it to end.
need to keep trying to do the right thing. You did the right thing tonight, telling us what Strahd said in your mind.
It's only because you made me. I was still gonna try and play the long con, but I literally had no idea.
So
how
the truth is definitely finished.
Yeah.
I'm just opening up. I'm just
Yeah.
opening up.
These two have opened a hallway.
It's
haven't
drunk now.
When Strahd spoke to me, I had absolutely no idea what to do or say. And then when the wolves
I
didn't
know.
attack me, I was so confused.
You're stronger than you realize.
Hand him a tissue.
Solidus is ugly crying right now.
Tissue for his
In the
issue.
middle of the bar.
It's okay. I hug Solidus. I hug
Oh,
Solidus. It's okay.
He
We're
may
gonna
be
get
a
through
rock on
this.
the outside, but he's squishy on the inside.
I think that's
He's a marshmallow on
actually cry.
We're going.
I've got method. Sorry.
this
Wow.
D&D is actually helping us
is-
get things off our chests.
this is why I want to be sat around
Yeah.
the table for real.
Can you imagine?
Throughout this point, does anybody drink their drink?
I'm
Yeah.
drinking my
I necked my wine just about 5 minutes ago. Well, a couple of minutes
But-
ago.
Couldn't be. I don't know why. Was it earlier that I decided that I wasn't going to? I know it was when I was doing the potions. But yeah, I probably haven't been drinking. I've been smoking.
Yep. So Esmeralda's smoking. Callan, are you drinking?
I didn't know I had a drink.
You're hugging. Bruce is
Yeah.
hugging. Solidus is hugging. Blight, are you drinking?
I was, yeah.
As you take your sip after the hug, the wine is thick in your mouth and warm, and the taste has changed from that of the sweet wine of the Wizards of the Winery to an iron of blood.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's like that scene in The Mummy. Brendan Fraser one. Just to be clear.
You look into your tankard and it's filled. The remaining fluid is now blood.
I spit it out.
Anybody else who has it, all the cups have changed.
I cast detect magic.
It's Jesus.
There's
I-
nothing.
I
Turn
can't
wine into blood.
vomit
Is that
in the
because
corner.
you
It's
smashed
opposite
the board?
Jesus.
may have
This
offended
guy was
someone.
wasted.
Wait, sorry, Pod. You said there's nothing, no magic anywhere.
Nothing, no magic.
No scrying orbs.
No scrying orbs. I'd
He's
tell you
just
if there's
losing his
scrying orbs.
mind.
What the fuck?
He went full Lost Boys on him for a second there.
Erwin.
This is
Erwin.
the board.
I think you angered someone.
Yeah, fuck the board.
You did break it, and there was a ghost in it. Oh no, there's a ghost in the room.
There's no presents. You don't get presents.
I put the
I,
tankard
I, I,
down.
go to, I go to the barrel behind the bar, and I sort of like inspect that, and I pour a little out.
As you pour a little out, you see it's wine in there. It's only the glasses, whatever's left in them, that's changed to blood.
I say it's okay, boys. There's still more wine. It's not a
Let's get
problem
pissed.
anymore. What could do this?
If anyone wanted to make like a Arcana check over the thingy, because you'd presume it's magic, I guess.
I've got +3 if anyone's got better.
Yeah, I got
+3.
-1.
A couple you
I'll-
could
I'll
do it, so
assist
one
Bruce
person
then.
could do it with a
I'll do
Bruce do
it
it with advantage.
because I got luck if we need it.
You can do it with advantage because you got assistance from Esmeralda.
15.
15. As you look at the cup and look at the consistency, and you've done your detect magic, and you know there's nothing else in the room, you just remember this isn't an inn in Waterdeep. This isn't on the Sword's Coast. You're in Barovia, where the full land is against you. You remember back to the gallows, you remember back to the graves, you remember back to all the things that have happened that just don't seem right.
I smashed the tankard down on the floor. Fuck this place. Fuck that Ouija board. We know who we are. Fuck the Zone of Truth. We know who we are. We know we're friends. We know we're here to do one thing and one thing only. And that's defeat Strahd.
And Van Richten.
And fuck
Yeah, yeah.
vampires.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
Sorry.
I like sort of nod towards Blight in acknowledgement of that. Like,
No,
we need to ask some questions.
you need to talk to him, I'd say. Don't make any harsh decisions.
If you just found out that that man had brutally murdered your mother, how would you feel?
If she was a vampire, then I'm afraid I would have made that decision myself. The hard decision. Bruce, if she was a vampire when she died, she wasn't your mother anymore.
don't
I
know
know
what to
it's
believe.
hard.
I don't know what to believe at this point. I just sit back in a chair
How long till sunrise?
and I pull out the
This-
picture of Rose, and I'm just like looking at it, tears in my eyes.
Yeah, the meeting, because the meeting was late, getting on to dusk. You come back and you've had a good jolly. I'd probably say it's past midnight. You guys could
Yeah.
take a short rest till morning, and that would sort of reset your body clocks.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
we've
gonna-
had a good fight and accused each other of stuff. I think we should go to bed.
It's a standard night out, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like head up to bed and look over everyone, and I'll see you all in the morning.
No,
No.
Anybody want to do anything before they settle down?
I go to stay with my horse, and
Yep.
I decide to call him Tom Hiddleston in Warhorse. I say goodnight, Tom Hiddleston in Warhorse.
Good night, boy.
I'd probably go ice my chin.
Yeah, Callan, you probably don't even need to meditate. You've got your full energy, so yeah, you find some probably not ice at this point. You find salted meat that seems to soften the blow a bit.
Yeah. We'll wait till no one's looking.
Yeah, since you're veggie. So you rest until morning, till daybreak. The day breaks. You awake. The day is yours. Erwin comes down to see smashed glass and blood, and as the first of you comes down, he says, rough night?
You could say that.
It was fine.
Any light ales you have?
Bruce hasn't come down yet.
It's only wine, Esmeralda. Afraid.
Anything light for breakfast? I've got quite the head.
I could water it down for you.
That'll do.
So you see him pour half a tankard of just the general purple grape mash #4, and then he goes into the back and tops it up with a large jug of water.
Thank
Have you? And he calls out, "Have you tried wine and milk before?"
That sounds positively disgusting.
Yes. Okay. A bad choice. And he brings out the wine and water.
It's like, yeah, me neither.
I'm sorry if that's a local custom, but
No,
I have quite
no,
a delicate
just,
palate this morning.
no. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Have you tried wine and milk before? Fuck you.
Hey guys, fuck you. I take Tom Hiddleston in Warhorse out
Yeah.
outside, and I realise I've never ridden a horse before.
Yeah.
Nor know if one can
Horse.
take my weight, so I sort of try and get on it for the first time.
Okay. I'll say, give me an animal handling check.
Oh,
I'll just
The horse.
put it out there. It's
Oh
incredibly
yeah.
loyal and tame,
Yeah,
and
super tame,
because
isn't it?
I
Give
told
me-
it to follow Solidus every command, it's pretty much a given that he's okay. But
calm. But
Give
how
me
am
one
I?
advantage just to see how this first, because you don't know how to mount it. That's the issue.
lol.
I'll tell you what. Not animal handling. Give me an acrobatics check.
I just rolled amazingly on animal handling.
Well, just change your modifier. Keep the roll.
Okay. Acrobatics, did you say?
Yeah.
It'll be 26 then.
26. Yeah.
Flips
I
onto the horse.
backflip.
You've never ridden a horse, but you jump onto it bareback with ease.
Bareback, you say?
And yeah, the horse has a
Spits on it and
saddle.
then jumps.
Dangerous.
You manage to jump onto it with ease, and it is possibly a mix of this being an ethereal horse and not a general horse. That it's just almost molded at one with your body, and you feel you can command it.
Okay, as long as I don't break its little leggies, that's
Oh no, no.
fine.
This with it being a war horse as well, it has armor. It's
yeah.
clad.
Oh yeah. Clad's on tour. I trot it round the outside.
In the morning sort of mist that now engulfs the street, you see the steam come from its nostrils as it neighs and whinnies as you lead it around the building.
Beautiful, beautiful imagery. Um, I take it round to the front around here. I can't move it, so I'll just move myself.
All right. Yep.
Um, and I tap on the window, and I
Yeah.
sort of say,
At this height, you're almost too high for the window. The warhorse stands. It's in hands, and I don't know what the average horse hand height is, but
tap on the
yeah,
window,
it's big.
and
Yeah.
what are we doing today, fellas?
Oh my goodness.
Oh. And then I just
I just ignore him.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get no response, so I just decide to gallop off.
As he gallops off, I cast my mage hand with my immovable rod and click it just at like waist height on him, just as he gallops past the fountain.
As he gallops past the fountain, Solidus, all of a sudden you look to the left and see this rod floating out towards you. Then all of a sudden it's in front of you, and all of a sudden it's not moving. Your horse is gone. You are almost like cartoonishly hovering in the air, and then you just fall to the ground on your ass. The horse immediately, as it feels you leave its back, though, sort of circles around, stamps in a circle, and comes back to you.
I get up and I dust myself off, and I sort of
The
glance.
rod's still hanging in the air.
I glance at the window and I sort of think, Esmeralda's in there, and I say,
I wink.
I say, good Tom Hiddleston and Warhorse. Should we go kick Esmeralda to death? And then
I mage hand the rod back.
Okay.
no, before he does that, I spit at it.
Shaking it off
a tremendous amount.
I don't think there's a check for spit accuracy. I guess it would be an attack roll, but I'm going to say you managed to spit on it.
Thank you, Paul. That's very kind of you.
It's all right.
When I bring the rod back, I cast prestidigitation on it and clean it.
Oh, cool.
I get back on.
Why did you give me that fucking spell?
Prestidigitation. You picked it.
No, you gave it to me. You made me
did
have
I?
that one. It was a useless cantrip.
Prestidigitation.
Bruce,
It's just fun to say.
Bruce came down after everybody else and is not moved from the bar and is just drinking.
Oh dear.
I'm going to walk over to Bruce and grab myself a drink and say, so that was a fun night.
Yeah, it certainly was.
You believe the old Buckaroo Games claims?
I don't know what to fucking believe.
And me too.
It's just reminding me that I need to be careful with who I trust. Oh, hi, Esmeralda.
I hope there's no hard feelings after last night.
Oh yeah.
No. I know you mean well. And because of that spell I cast, I'm inclined to believe what you tell me, that you don't know anything about this. But you need to know that me and my brother will be having a rather serious conversation with your former master.
I understand.
I get up behind Esmeralda and I say, that means kill.
I pants him with my mage hands.
I don't even attempt. You know, when normally when someone punches you, you keep your hands. I don't even think. My pants just hit the floor.
You hit a chunk of metal. Bear in mind, Solidus is in full armor, so it's
It's quite a trick.
You're pulling down like metal and
Bruce very
chainmail.
reluctantly, like, sort of
Stares at it.
yeah, just sort of laughs a little bit and then like catches himself like no, and just
take a good long look, everybody. That's all.
What have you guys done to me?
Owen comes out of the bar with like a tray of small breads, and as soon as he sees you with your pants on, he just turns around and goes back through the door.
And I say, oh wait, no breads for everyone.
And you Yes. I forgot the butter.
Oh, calm,
They
not butter.
didn't. I saw the butter. It was on the tray.
I'll be waiting.
I turn
And then I
back to
eventually slowly pull
And
my
as
neck.
you pull your trousers back up, he brings out a tray of breads and puts it on the bar.
I turn
Breads
back
and
to
butter.
Blight and say, just like put my arm on his shoulder and say, "We'll get to the bottom of this, brother. This I swear."
Certainly hope so.
I sort of turn. Well, I look down the bar and I say to the group, "You remember all the stuff I said last night about you know, Strahd wanted me to turn in Irina? Is there any way we could use that to our advantage? You know,
Possibly.
he might still.
Irina is here, and she says,
Yeah,
"You mean like a plan?
yeah. If you
A
want
person on
to
the inside?"
put labels
Doesn't
on it,
sound like a thing we do.
yeah.
Solidus, if he communicated with you telepathically, would he not know already that you're lying?
I
I don't
look
know how
at
the rules work with that kind of thing. But
I look at Blight and I go,
Someone can make an Arcana check to see.
Well, I just out of curiosity, Irina just perks up and says, "It could have been a sending spell. I know how to do that."
Yeah, if she knows, she knows.
it's not a mind reading thing.
is that like a one way?
It's just he can send you a message up to 25 words and you can respond. There's
Oh.
no mind reading to speak of.
So if I was intent on betraying, he wouldn't pick up on that.
The only
through
thing we
that
have,
method, at least.
Bruce would say, the only thing we have to be aware of, and then he'll cast detect magic and look around.
Nothing there.
He's not watching us right now. I think we can speak freely.
Um,
Um,
What did he
Yeah,
ask of you exactly, Solidus?
oh God.
Where are my notes?
He said if that I brought him Arena or helped in any way, shape, or form, resulting in Irina, you know, getting got, then I would be rewarded with what I wanted. He also complimented me and said I was very powerful, which was nice. I'm a sucker for a compliment. Um,
I mean,
and yeah,
This servant says,
wasn't a
"I
lot of details.
can't help but overhear in the work of my order. We've heard in the past that Strahd has looked for an heir as such, perhaps a way to free himself from this land.
Okay, yeah.
He has, from the people we've communicated with, singled people out for ones of great power. Although, as far as I'm aware, they're dead or they're with him.
an
Hey,
heir?
lucky you, rock guy.
What would he? Is he planning on leaving this place? What do you mean, leave this place?
Hey, Solidus, you're getting groomed.
Chance to be a fine thing.
We have been here a long time, Bruce. Surely anyone would want to leave.
Where would he go?
There is only so many people here.
We can't have this asshole in our world.
Do you mean to tell me Strahd cannot leave Barovia?
It's just an idea. We have no proof. But why would he have been here so long? Generations and generations and generations on top of that of my family.
But this is his playground, is it not? His domain? Just do with what he pleases?
Perhaps, yes. But when you've thought about a thing for so long, you consider every aspect.
Interesting.
Is it a playground? Or is it a prison?
Wow.
How poetic.
Who
This is just a whole morning of revelations, isn't it?
who would have more answers? Do you know of anyone?
We have found everything we can here. Someone who has access to the outside, someone who is, I don't know.
I say, and how do you turn into a crow? Can I turn into a crow?
Solidus,
indeed.
you are enough. And he puts his hand on your shoulder.
I look
And
bemused and I go,
I would not let you date one of my daughters.
oh, don't have to worry about that, sir.
He laughs.
Awesome.
He doesn't say that. He has no gist.
Um,
Dear.
going back to using Strahd's communication with Solidus to our advantage. I mean, just thinking out loud here, the only advantage I could imagine would be
We
could
put a
draw-
red wig on Callan
Yes.
and we surprise him.
I mean, drawing Strahd out of his castle, out of his lair, could be advantageous, but I don't know how we would go about that.
Well,
Red wig on Callan.
Surely he'll just send one of his
I'm gonna-
minions.
I'll go on a limb and I'll say we've definitely got magic means of disguising ourselves and each other, I presume. What if we made Bruce look like Irina and I somehow, I don't know, we found a way for me to arrange a drop with Strahd. And I take
Oh, and are there any good car parks around here?
yeah.
What
take-
is car park?
I don't know.
And I
Do you
take
re-
Bruce in Irina's place, and then we do the old wham bam, thank you.
Do you
Strahd.
really think
Um,
that Strahd would come out in the open on his own? Like, he's surely just going to send another one of his brides or some of his many minions.
I could, I guess if I found a way to communicate with him, I could stipulate that I ain't dealing with any of them bitches, and I want it straight from the man himself. He might go for that. He might not.
It's possible. It's
It's just
possible.
a thought. It's a thought.
If we feel we're
Irina says, but what would be the outcome? To attack him outside? What if he just took Bruce as me? Then Bruce would be in the castle by himself.
Well,
Let's not make any hasty plans without Van Richten's help.
I scowl
Oh,
at Esmeralda.
sorry.
Is that
Well-
milk sour?
Look, he's
I'm not
he's
sure.
really, really helpful. in
We've got this far without him, Esmeralda. I don't
stuff.
think we need his help.
I sort of I stand up and I say, well, Esmeralda brings an interesting point. Didn't he go to a big weird temple for us to find
Yeah,
out some stuff?
Yeah, we
Well,
haven't seen him since.
he'll be back by now, presumably.
Owen
not
says,
quite yet.
a temple?
Yeah, the Amber
Yeah.
Temple.
Big weird temple. We were gonna
Just-
go, and he didn't want us to go.
Who is
Behind-
this you speak of?
Van Richten.
Remember Rictavio?
Yes.
Yeah, him.
He is the monster hunter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he was
Van
in a
Richten?
disguise.
Big shock for everyone all
He
around.
seems to lie about many things.
Yeah.
He is of legends. Our order has heard of him. He
Yeah,
would
well,
be a
fuck
great
that
help
guy.
to your cause.
A legendary mother killer.
Mm.
A legendary monster killer, Bruce.
It
My
seems.
order
Go on.
has heard of the temple, but we've never been.
What have you
The
heard?
numbers are too few. Just that it is ancient. Perhaps it was here before Strahd.
Do you know anything of this big, great, dark presence that appears to be hanging over the land that isn't Strahd? The Lady Water cultists appear to be worshipping some sort of big evil deity. And we've heard whisperings and chatter of there being a stronger being. Does your honor know anything about?
We've lived here many years, and As you know, we had to use the gems to make the soil grow again. This land is cursed,
Hmm.
and we do not know who by. We have never had an option to find out. I do not know if Strahd controls everything. I do not know if I do not know if it's someone else. We don't know.
Okay.
But as I'm sure you found, life in this land is a struggle. Death seeks to prevail.
Oh shit.
Oh, Barn, we lost you.
No.
Barn, are you still here?
He's dropped out of
No, he's
Discord.
He's
dropped
dropped
out.
out. His
Is it-
internet.
His internet might have
I'm
gone
gonna
down.
I'm gonna grab another can while he gets back on.
Okay. Alright, 2 secs.
Well, well, revelations all round.
Mm-hmm.
Were you shocked by my my revelation, Aaron?
Nah, I knew you were lying.
Yes.
I knew something was going on because the
Well-
wolves weren't attacking you.
Yeah. And I didn't. I honestly had no idea how to explain away that situation.
Yeah.
I panicked.
Now let's see if they attack you.
Yes, let's
Who
put it. to them.
attack who?
We were just saying if
The brothers.
if the wolves would
Hmm.
attack me now if they were to catch me out and about,
Hmm.
how would they respond? It would be an interesting test.
Hey, Bomb.
Hey guys, sorry, my Wi-Fi died.
That's alright, no worries, we paused.
Right, thank you.
Wi-Fi bad.
What did you hear the last of?
I think I said something like "fuck Van Richten."
Oh.
Oh shit. How
He's
long
talking
ago
about
is
the
that?
he started talking about the temple, but I
Yeah.
think I missed
So
a lot
basically,
of that.
said the temple is just really ancient, and it could have even been there before Strahd.
Okay.
I think that was the general gist.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's potentially, like you just reiterated, there's potentially something more
Yeah.
powerful than Strahd or something more to it all, but
Yeah, they don't know whether Strahd is the curse on the land or the land is cursed by something else, but they just know that life is a struggle.
I think we need to follow the original plan, which is we need to head to that Amber Temple.
We don't want to meet with Van Richten first and see what he says.
I'm not sure if I'll
I'd-
trust anything that comes out of his mouth now.
Well, wouldn't you like to meet him
He
face
is on
to
his way
face
back from it now.
and ask him questions?
Yes, I think it's wise to meet him first.
Yeah, that could be an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Cast Zone of Truth on Van Richten. Find out that way.
yeah, there you go. I say, look, that's good plan. We've all got a good plan. Excellent. So, shall we go?
Okay.
Okay.
And
So,
I head outside and I whistle for Tom Hiddleston in Warhorse.
Mhm.
Like I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima or something. It's like comes round.
Red Dead.
Yep.
So just before you leave, Owen bids you farewell and basically says along the lines of he'll try his best to keep the town in check, and you always have safe passage to the inn.
I give
Should
him
you
a
wish to return.
big hug, a big embrace, and thank him again for everything that he does for us. We'll do all we can to repay you, and promise to. Oh no, lost Bon again.
Oh, is he gone again?
Nope,
Badoosh.
he's back again.
He's back in.
And what about the potions?
Oh shit.
We have another day yet for them.
I think we'll end up coming back this way, won't we?
Cool.
If on our way down to the temple.
And
if that's
technically,
where
you
we go.
haven't paid her, so.
That's true.
And I don't think it's going to end up good because your thing would have worn off and she'd probably pissed off.
Yeah, she's good. She's probably put poison in all of those potions. To be
Just
fair.
like poison, 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 poison.
And then one of them's chocolate milk just for like a boy's chocolate milk roulette.
Because he's lactose intolerant.
Oh dear. Okay. You back, Bon?
Sorry, I've tethered to my phone now, so it should be alright.
Oh, legend. Get out the big guns. Oh,
He's going too
Oh,
fast
yeah.
now.
Plan B, baby.
yeah. So, yeah, you leave the inn. Owen bids you farewell. And I presume you head out of Valaki. You're heading to the tower?
I guess so. Will just a quick question: will Van Richten be there by now? I've sort of lost track of the days.
So in aspects of time which you would have track of, he has roughly 3 days left before the sort of time period is up. It was a 12-day sort of time period. He has 3 days left, and it'll take you a day or two to get across. So you should get there about the same time.
Okay,
We could.
that sounds
There's an option
convenient.
then. We could just literally wait, just fast track through a day to get the potions, and then go,
Oh, I see. And then
and then it'll kind of meet up. It'll
Yeah,
work out,
you can do
right?
that.
Yeah.
Be worth it, even if we have to fuck around and do some clever shit for the potions. But
Yeah.
Back
Can
to
Irina
Valaki.
can Irina send a message to Van Richten? Has
Ooh,
Irina met
let's-
Van Richten? Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
she was in the tower.
Yeah, she
wasn't
was in the
with
tower.
you?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
What's the range on it?
It's anywhere. It can be even
It's
on another plane.
Anywhere on the same plane,
It can be
or on another plane as well. Okay.
another plane as well. Let me just double check, but that's how it was on Crit Roll, I believe.
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Sending. 25 creatures. Blah, 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 blah. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence.
Okay.
But if their target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive.
Um,
Interesting that you asked that question.
what would you like to say? Is it? I'm just asking questions. What would you like to say?
She will say,
Bruce is like, ask him if he killed my mum.
See you later, alligator.
Irina's like, no.
she will say, it's Irina. We're almost done here in Valaki. Has everything gone to plan? Are we still on course to meet at the Watchtower? 2 words to spare.
Love you.
She
pooping?
waits a while, and then a voice comes back through. I am weak, but yes, I will be there. There is much to tell.
Okay. She just relays to the group. He sounds pretty fucked up, not gonna lie, but
Sound like he's having a shit.
he
This is a bad time.
Said a bloop.
but he seems on course to meet us.
Good.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's have a day of fun. And
So, what would you like to do in Valaki for the day? We'll fast track it, but you can talk about it.
well, I know Esmeralda was talking earlier to some people about silver. We definitely need silver.
Yeah, we could do with silver arrows.
in our arsenal.
I got the impression the way that guy was talking to.
It's like illegal in it though. Like it's like
Yeah, like it's all a bit hush hush. Like you don't really want to be
Strahd
caught.
run domination. Yeah, they're not going to want silver.
Where did you get
weapons
all the
being
other
sold.
silver arrows from? Was it from?
Sure, Esmeralda got them.
Mine.
Esmeralda had silver arrows,
I had 20, and then
and I don't know
someone
if
blew it
Callan,
up. So I
Callan,
think
did you
someone
get
stole
some
some.
from the Fletcher
I think so. Yeah, I got
in your
some.
quiver of thingy? I think you got 10, didn't you?
Yeah.
But
So
he said he'd have to talk to the Vistani
they're
and get
quite
it brought in.
are quite rare then. They don't have they basically don't have silver in the land because Strahd won't want
Oh
So
yeah,
silver.
so
around.
I
if
could,
you
I could
remember-
talk to the Vistani and get people. I
If you
could order
remember-
some in.
When you're paying and getting change, you got electrum plate and not silver.
Yeah, basically there's no silver. They have to bring it from the outside, so it just costs a fortune. I don't think we're going to get any silver arrows.
I just want to melt some down and put it on like the blade of my halberd or something.
Make some knuckle justice.
Yes, something totally bitching. Is holy water a thing? Can we get
Got
holy water?
water.
All right, that's
I
cool.
have a silver coin.
You have a silver coin?
I have 1 silver coin.
Damn, son.
Yeah, but he said he'd need like what was it?
And I
Fucking
have-
like 60 silver
30 to
pieces.
f-
I have
30 to 50,
36,
something
and
like
I have 36 silver also for some reason.
How much silver do you have between you all?
Have
I've
a
got-
look.
I've got
Otherwise,
none.
it's pretty useless to have, isn't it?
Big fat. Zero. I've got a lot of
You
gold,
could make 1 silver bullet.
Don't miss.
but no gun.
I got 42 silver.
I got none.
Oh,
I got 10.
So that's
You-
42,
you've got
No,
enough
wait,
to
no,
pick
no,
up.
no, I've got
Whatever.
none.
80. We've got 88 silver. Well, how much you got, Callan? None.
None.
88 silver. I think I broke the starting gold down into bits when we first started.
I've only got gold.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have silver. I've got gold. 13 gold.
God, is there not anywhere I can exchange gold for silver
I have a lot of gold.
in this town? Yeah, same. I say it to.
Yeah, I do. I've got loads.
I'm just asking around town. I'm just grabbing people off the street. I'm like,
I
right,
did have
you
a lot
asked
of stuff.
This hulking form of a man, like hurriedly asking people around town. People are shaken up, and the replies range from "Get away from me" to like, "No, no, I don't know. I'm sorry. Let me go."
I say, bah, useless peasants. I storm off down the street.
As you're wandering around the streets, I need a couple of you just to make investigation
Oh
checks.
shit! That thing that was etched in.
What?
Did you tell anyone about that, Esmeralda?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when I was telling them about the shop, I would have explained about what I would have seen in town as well, so yeah. Yeah, sure.
So
Do we
then
see
Bruce-
any more of those about?
Bruce would like to go
I
read
can do
that
an
at some
investigation.
point.
So Bruce goes back and reads the same thing. It's a little more worn. The graffiti doesn't last too long, and if a couple other people make investigations for as you're meandering around the town.
I'll do one.
Yeah, your
If you want.
investigation is good, I think.
30.
Nice.
30. Okay.
Wow.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll do one.
Go on, Aaron.
Oh, 12.
12. Okay, 30 and 12. You managed to get some stuff. So, again, you both pick up on, the graffiti. Some of it has begun to be like cleared away now that the seeming uprising is gone. You get the idea with a 30 that when the Wachters took over, there was almost like a rebel alliance of Morning Lord worshippers. It was almost the flip of the people who worship the night are out in the open, and the people who worship the sun are undercover. As you're walking along Blight, you see a small group of children skipping in a circle. They are singing a small song as they dance around, playing. It's hard to make out at first, but as you get closer, you pick up on some of the words that they're saying. They're quite young, but you pick up on like the words hiding, inside, lost, never found, say his name, 3 times,
Mm.
buried underground.
Creepy ass kids.
Is this
I
one of
go
this
over
just
to
to
them
do
and
with the fiend of the mansion or something? Don't know.
I go over to them and say, "Hey kids," and I flick them a piece of
Nice.
gold and say,
They look up as you walk
Oh.
over. They break this circle.
Jesus.
One of them runs down and picks it up, and they look at you.
"Where'd you learn that song?"
They look at each other. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. And one of them is a boy and 2 girls. The boy steps forward. That he's the one who picked up the coin. They're all in like simple clothes and ragged shorts and small tops. He steps forward. Did your mum not tell you, mister?
Apparently not. You're gonna though.
Oh,
And he
boy.
looks to the girls.
It's a sore subject.
I just start crying and run off.
Yeah.
Don't say his name 3 times.
Whose name?
The bagman. And as he says that, they run.
The Bagman.
Say it again.
The Bagman. Who's the Bagman?
Muffin Man.
How about say his name 3 times and find out?
I
Might
wouldn't.
be just
Are we
It
all-
was just Blight. It was
Oh,
just Blight.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So
it's just like
that interaction happened as he was walking around the town.
Oh,
Am I away from you guys? Am I with you guys?
I'd say you branched off a
It's
little
up
bit.
to you where you went, but I guess throughout the day you guys were just meandering around, and you picked this up as you like. This is your full encompassing of the day.
I go up to Solidus and say, "Hey, rock guy,
Yeah.
I dare you to say the Bagman 3 times."
The Bagman, the Bagman, the Bagman.
he stops dead.
I was like, "Okay, cool."
Wasn't it underground or something as well?
And I say, I wish I'd
Buried
bet money on
underground.
that or something.
Jesus.
Am I there? Can I overhear this?
Yeah, you've probably regrouped at this
Yeah.
point. You run your errands. You've
What are you talking
explored
about,
the town.
brother?
I said some kids playing an old, I don't know, skipping game or something, and they mentioned someone called the Bagman.
Strange.
I didn't catch all the words, but it was hiding. Some of the words were hiding, inside, lost, never found. Say his name 3 times, buried underground. Told me it was the Bagman.
Sounds like silly kids.
I-
Silly kids
I-
rhyme.
I tend to blight and I was like, how many times have you said it in that explanation of saying it?
How many times you talked about the bagman? Because if you say the bagman 3 times, you said a whoa.
Oh, well,
He just turns up. I'm the Batman.
nothing happened, so it's just a bunch of stupid kids being stupid.
Does anything Blight said when talking about the Bagman or anything? Does any of that ring any bells with anything that we've seen etched around graffiti wise, or does it seem unrelated?
Yeah, so some of the stuff you've seen etched around the town now, he says about like this term bagman. You, Esmeralda, think, oh, that could have been what was at the end of that thing. It could have fitted, could have been scratched out. And like a couple of you've seen like tags around the town as such, almost, you know how like the Romans left graffiti marks and names and things. A couple of you have seen this across the town,
Hmm.
but you just looked at it and thought, what's a bagman, like
Yeah.
a poor person, or you know.
Okay.
It's not in that monster book that I've got.
No,
Oh.
it's not in that.
Was there any mention of it in the manuscript that I read?
No, there was no mention of it in there.
Okay.
Just make a general, I'd say, insight check.
Me?
Yeah, as you think back to whether it was in the manuscript.
I need to pick a new dice. Can I roll that again? I'm gonna roll that again.
Using your lucky.
Yeah. Fuck off. 12.
12. Probably just kids stuff. Each one of you has like legends that you've heard about, like the bogeyman and the monster under the bed, and
Yeah.
Or Babala Saga.
yeah, or the creepy witch in the swamp, who definitely isn't real. So yeah, you shrug it off. It wasn't in the manuscript, you know. So.
Okay. Okay.
Back to journeys.
Yeah.
Is
You've
it time
wasted
for
a
that?
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've
Alright.
wasted a day, unless there's anything else anybody wants to do.
I would definitely bring it up to Erwin. Ask him if he's heard of it or knows
Okay.
anything.
So when you get back to the tavern on the evening, you mention this bagman character to Erwin, and he laughs at. Where did you hear that then?
Kids.
Yeah, it's a story the mothers like to tell the children. Don't go out at night, the bagman will get you. Don't do this, the bagman will get you. All
Fucking hell,
these
and that's what they're scared of
stories.
here.
I was gonna say,
Well,
like that's worse than the threat of the fucking.
it's better than telling them the vampires will get you, because that actually happens. It's a wives' tale.
Yeah. Nothing seems to surprise me in this place, but fair enough. I don't suppose any of you said it 3 times, did you?
I
Wouldn't
definitely
dream
did.
of it.
Okay, good to know.
Said what 3 times?
Solid has said yes.
Bagman,
What?
you know, you asked me to say Bagman, and I said Bagman 3 times. So yeah, I was there. I went Bagman, Bagman, Bagman. Because you asked me to say Bagman. It was a dare.
Actually, I think it's the Bagman.
Sorry, the Bagman.
Good. Just for funsies, as he says the 3 bagmans, Bruce will do like a divine sense.
I thought you could like jump on him. So.
What does it detect?
Yeah, you don't pick anything up.
Okay. He had to check though, didn't he?
Yeah, check. Use his divine sense. I
Cool.
got my divine sense working.
Then that's it for Bruce. Don't know if anyone else
So
wants
the
to do
evening
it.
draws to, again, if no one wants to do anything, that draws that day to a close, and you wake up the next day. I presume you're picking up the stuff on the way out of the town.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you set off on your journey. Solidus on horseback. I think Esmeralda. Did you? Oh, you lost. Where did you send your horse?
I sent
think you
it back
sent
to
your
the
horse back
winery.
here. Oh, to the winery. So your horse is at the winery. So just Solidus has a horse at the moment, but the rest of you are on foot. You head out the gates. At this point, you notice that the guards have re-stitched on somewhat crudely the suns that were originally there. The shield with the sun and the fish has now been replaced on their tunics. Order seems to be restored into Vallaki as you leave the gates.
Bruce says to the guards as he leaves, "Serve this town well. You're all good people here."
They sort of look at each other a bit odd and go, "Okay." You gotta remember, some of these guards are just like normal folks
I
with
know.
pikes.
Brush your teeth.
Stay in school. Don't do
What's-
drugs.
What's brushing, precious?
So-
you get to Jerry's shack.
Yeah,
Who's going
quickly before we go in, what's the plan here? Because she might have figured that it's just a crowbar I gave her.
Well, you got yourself into this mess.
Yeah.
Well,
Get us out of it.
Well, we could just leave, but I figured we want whatever she's made.
if it was me, I would come up with a ruse of
I was
you have to
gonna say just
activate
like
it.
It's the magic word, yeah.
Irina says, "If it was me, I'd use fireball." And then laughs.
Alright,
Get
so I'll
it.
look at Irina
Not
like,
this time. Not this
not,
time.
not this time, Irina. Just tell her
Okay.
that you can
Elder,
only use
would
it.
engulf the hut.
Just tell her that it can only be used once a day, and there's a magic word, and you can.
Yeah.
She might say
Sounds
it,
like a
and you
plan.
can
Then tell
I'll
her to
give
say
that a
the
go
magic
then.
word, and while she's holding it,
To
and
test
then
And
it.
make
if
it
it doesn't,
happen.
if it doesn't work, one of you guys can go in and try and buy it for
Don't
or
worry,
whatever. We figure.
you'll be fine.
Okay,
So
knock
I
on.
imagine the rest of the party standing up on the road as they watch you go down the small track that leads to this crumbling house.
Oh,
You
I
knock
was
on the
gonna,
door.
I was gonna go in.
Are you going with
Oh,
him?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Advantage.
So you knock on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, my dear.
Hello.
Sorry. I know I'm just because I've got a lot of things to look at here. Sorry. Just before we go in, Irina will cast. Where is it? She will cast Enhance Ability.
Okay.
And she will use like advantage on charisma checks to use
Okay.
Fox's Cunning on Esmeralda. So you have advantage on like persuasion, deception, that sort of thing. That is all.
Hello, my dear. Are the potions ready by any chance?
Yes, I've got them here.
Lovely, lovely.
Just one slight problem, and you see the potions are sort of laid out in a small pouch, leather pouch that she's put on the side, and she does collect it to her chest. The crowbar, and she bends down. What was it you said it was again?
Oh, it's now careful now because it's one day use crowbar of doom, and I use my mage hand to lift it slightly out of her hand and do the same effect that I did with prestidigitation.
Make a deception check.
With advantage.
First one's 13. Oh, the second one's 13.
Lucky 13. You make it raise out her hand, and you see her face is like confused for a second. Huh? Oh, it didn't do that when I was looking at it. How did you make it do that?
Well, it's kind of like a what you want it to do at the time sort of a thing, you know.
Well, I wanted to scratch my back yesterday, and it didn't do anything at all.
Oh well, you'll have to try again tomorrow, I guess. But do use the magic word. Its name, the magic
What?
crowbar of doom. Yes, the magic crowbar of doom.
Crowbar of doom.
Yes.
I'll have to note that down. She
Oh,
pops it back down the side.
We do get forgetful in our
And
old
this
age,
time-
don't we?
She reaches into her mouth and pulls out where was once a tooth is a piece of charcoal that she snaps off. The charcoal seems to be wedged into her gum. She pulls it out and sketches on the other side of the table where she clears this space.
Jesus.
Crowbar of doom. And then throws a bit of charcoal away. Very well, dear. I didn't think you'd try to trick me. And she passes you the potions.
Oh,
They're all
thank
in
you.
there.
Now, what have we got? We've got the 4 healing, was it?
Yes.
Lovely.
One
And
knockout.
1 knockout.
Yes. One energy.
1 energy. Thank you very much.
And something a little special, you said.
Oh, we're looking forward to this. My friend here, this is for him.
Yes,
Oh,
I
hello.
do see you've bought someone new.
Hi.
Yes.
Very
I
handsome.
did think I had to introduce you.
What's the special potion you've concocted here?
Oh, you'll find out.
Well, I mean, it would be good to know just to prepare myself when I take it.
It's something that will knock you off your feet.
Wow, and it's for me. It's not for an enemy, so to speak.
Yes.
Good. Insight check.
Yes, to which?
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Yes.
9.
Yeah, She said yes, dude.
Cool. Fuck you, roll.
Well,
Well,
does
I have
does
to be
anyone
on my
want
way.
anything else? Oh, yeah, I knew it. Oh, well. Thank you very
We've
much.
used, I must say, most of my supplies. I would have to be going on a very long trek to find more.
Where do you get your supplies from?
Oh,
She
everywhere,
makes
dear.
them.
I find them in the woods.
Yeah.
Sometimes in people's houses. Anywhere they should be found.
Right. Well, good luck with the rest of your day.
Thank you, dear, and you. Enjoy.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bruce, just do a detect magic as they're in the store just before they leave.
Just detect magic only picks up artifacts, doesn't it?
Just any object that's magic or.
Yeah, you don't pick up any objects.
Okay.
Except the slight feint from the crowbar of doom.
Nice. As we walk outside, Irina's just like there with her finger, just like a slight hint of glowing flame, and she's like, "Yeah,
As you come out, she
fireball,
goes and
fireball."
blows it out.
Yeah, Bruce is like, "No fireball." Okay.
Yeah. We went in a building and we didn't kill everyone inside.
We've
Did it.
we've grown a bit today.
I better get rid of my crowbar.
So does
Yep.
that mean I have one healing potion and
Yeah, so any potions that you get from Jenny Greenteeth, just put as title of it and then Jenny Greenteeth at the end.
I say to Esmeralda, did you get my potion, Esmeralda?
Yeah, so I
Yeah, dish them out, boy.
dish out the 1 to Solidus,
Excellent.
2 to Bruce. He's got his mystery version. And then I've got my knockout and energy.
so I've got 2 healing potions and 1 mystery potion.
Yeah.
Good.
And I've still got a poison. Which could be our actual healing by if they all end up doing opposite. They don't really do opposites. So, but
Probably.
that's
Cool.
Okay. And as you leave Jenny's and set off on the road towards Ran Rixton's tower to confront him and find out what he knows about both the temple and your mother. That is where we'll end it for today.
Oh,
Very
sweet
good.
son. That was really good. Enjoyed that
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, interesting session.
Yeah.
We didn't battle, did we?
No, you didn't battle this time.
Yeah. That was super interesting as well.
Ah,
Lots of big reveals.
some big revelation. I feel like we've done and learnt more in the last couple of sessions in Vallaki than we have for a while, and this was like not part. This is like very off script. Like there's been,
Yeah, true.
Paul, you've like put like fucking loads in here. It's been really good.
Oh, these
Yeah, it's
fucking
pretty cool.
potions are sweet. I can't wait to fucking test the next one.
Yeah.
Are you rolling a dice or some shit, Paul?
I'm using the power of imagination about what's available and stuff. So, yeah, we'll see.
That was
Cool.
really good, Paul. Really
Yeah.
like
That's
that
all
one.
right. Yeah,
Cheers,
thanks,
Paul.
guys.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Pick up in a couple of weeks. I'll do some prep for the encounter. See what happens.
Oh, I can't fucking wait till we can just do this in person.
Yeah, we should try and get.
I want to.
mean,
I want to be able
if
to
we
hug
get
you
to
for
the
real,
next one,
Solidus.
we should
Changes
definitely try
tomorrow,
and get.
doesn't it? The rule change.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does
it does.
change.
Yeah,
from
tomorrow it's all back to normal. So in theory, we could. I mean, I don't know how it works for everyone, but the next one we could aim to do in person.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be on the Sunday. Doesn't have to be in 2 weeks, but I don't know.
we'll look at dates, see, but it'll be good to get the castle stuff because I presume you're going to go to the castle at some point.
Eventually, yeah.
That'll be fun in person because that could be like a good day session.
Hmm.
And you probably, I don't know, depends what you do. All depends what you guys do. So, but yeah, legends.
Cool.
Thank you
Cool.
very much, and
Cheers, boys.
see you next time.
All right. Cheers,
Bye.
guys. See you later.
Vampire fuckers. All right.